Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Monday Night Football featured a matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdowns in what was the first game for Dallas since the death of defensive end Marshawn Kneeland. The Cowboys paid tribute to Kneeland with a 33-16 victory over the Raiders. The Columbus Blue Jackets played host to the visiting Montreal Canadians. The Jackets went to a shootout for a second game in a row, but they were able to pull this game out against the Habs 4-3. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers were at home against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. However, Giannis left the game early due to injury, and the Cavs were able to get past the Bucks 118-106. Donovan Mitchell had 37 points in the victory. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Stop this one!
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He is Tyvis, pal. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, Mr. T-Bone.
I have lots to get to today. We have Morning Wood at 6:45. We have tickets to give away to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. We could do that in the 7 o'clock hour, give away some TSO tickets. Lots more to get to. We will talk with Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator, at 7:17. Jackets got a big victory last night, although almost gave it away. They found a way to win, got the shootout victory, get the 2 points. At this point, just stack those points. That's what I care about. But that's not where we're starting today, Tyvis.
Where we start, T-Bone.
I got a text from Dylan last night in the group chat, and you got it too.
Yes.
And it said, there's a cow on the freeway in central Ohio.
Yeah.
Now, when I first heard this story, I instantly go, is that us? Because I'm in Marysville.
Yeah.
That feels like a very Marysville. Was that our cow out there on on 33 is what I thought. Like, oh, is there a cow running on 33? And then I see it's on 270. So it's not Marysville, clearly, because we're way up there. So then I start thinking, what suburb is it that possibly could have been responsible for this cow? But apparently it was Hilliard. I-270 South in Hilliard.
That's kind of shocking.
Yeah. They said police responded after 6 p.m. because...
Wait, Hilliard, you said?
Hilliard.
Oh, it was Timmy. That Timmy clearly let the cow go.
Timmy is wrangling cattle out there in Hilliard. That's what when you think Cowboys here at the station, it's really Timmy Hall's the first guy that comes to mind. Guy who would have access to livestock. Exactly right. So police after 6 p.m. apparently responded to this call, which some of the people who called in described it as a bull. So I don't know if it was an actual bull or if it was just people who don't know cows. But usually you would think they would go, it's a cow, and then someone would go, no, specifically that's a bull. That sounds like a farmer who knows what he's talking about who calls that in. Anyway, it's unclear to me if they said there's a trailer there, they were trying to get the cow back into the trailer on 270.
So the trailer broke down on the highway and the cow escaped. Bull.
We don't really know.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I would think that it has to be a cow was somehow being transported, the vehicle stopped, cow got loose, and then panic ensues. But I guess it's theoretically possible that a bull made its way from, I don't know, just a random cow pasture. It hopped a few fences, walked down the road, eventually found itself on the freeway, decided to join the evening commute. I guess that's possible too. They said that apparently they had to use all kinds of tactics to get this cow. I mean, the photos, it's all dark. I know it gets dark later or earlier now, like around 6. So they said this was hours, though, the freeway was shut down. And I just want to take this time to say that I love the city of Columbus. I'm born and raised here, grew up here. Obviously live in Marysville now, but I work in Columbus, and I still call Columbus home. Unless I'm in Columbus, if someone says, where do you live? Then I say, oh, I live up in Marysville. But if I'm traveling somewhere, get into the specifics of that, you say, oh, yeah, I'm from Columbus, because that's the city. That's where I've grown up, spent most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when this town gets called a cow town. Like, it is one of the most annoying things to me, because anyone who's been here for any amount of time knows this city is a humongous city, 2+ million people in the metro area.
Who would call it that?
It used to be a thing all the time. It used to be a thing all the time. Dylan, you'd call it a cow town?
Yeah. I mean, but my perception's off. So I've lived here since I've been 9 years old. But when I was a kid and we would come visit, we were like, this is a cow town with cornfields and farm animals. Like, that's what as an outsider, that's how I perceived Columbus.
Sure.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Compared to where you came from, New York? Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see that, especially when you came here 25 years ago.
I'm about to say, I got to think 25 years ago. Yeah, then you might be right.
I mean, even then, that was when I was in high school. And even at that time, that was like when Easton was getting built. People were like, oh, when this Easton gets built, they're going to stop calling us a cow town. But like where Easton was all like old farm fields and just, little stuff like that. Like there was still a lot of farm field within 270.
Same thing with like Polaris.
Yeah, Polaris was all just pastures, and a lot of where you live was nothing. There was nothing there when I was growing up.
It's so crazy how that whole place has changed. Because where I'm at now, just 10 years from now, it's gonna look completely different.
Oh, sure.
They just building houses. It's just ridiculous.
So like East Broad Street, when I was a kid, it was like once you got past like where the Menards is now on East Broad out there on the like east side of town, obviously. Once you got past where that Kroger and all that stuff is, that was just farm fields. And now that's all like it's developed all the way out to Pataskala. But I'm saying like, so when I was a kid, when people would say it's a cow town, literally the Columbus Chill used to do they had a uniform. This was the old minor league hockey team before the Jackets ever were here. They had a thing called the Mad Cows, where they would like wear this jersey that was spotted like white and black, like a cow's markings. And that's what they would wear out. It was like a fun thing they did. They made a big deal of it in the paper. Like it was.
Changed.
That's 30 years ago, though. So, like, when people now who have never been to Columbus are like, oh, yeah, it's a little college town, cow town, it's out there in the Midwest, I get mad at that. But then when a story like this happens, I really, unfortunately, have to be like, no, that's not us. We don't just have cows running on the freeway.
It was
apparently we do
too. That's the sickest part about it.
What did you say?
I said it was at Hilliard too. Like that's.
Oh, if I had to guess which suburb
I never would have guessed that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Hilliard's sneaky farmy though. Like it is. Hilliard they hide their farmland well, because like you think of Hilliard, if you drive off the freeway and go west for like a mile, you're still in like the quaint little town of Hilliard.
Yes.
And they've got but you go 5 minutes past where like the Crooked Can is, it's farmland. You're out there in the sticks. There's Amish people walking around. Like that's all still Hilliard out there.
Don't you talk to me about the Amish people. I was in Worcester for a couple of years.
Well, that's
really that horse and buggy gonna stop traffic.
Oh, they got. Yeah.
Well, I asked the journalists in the building if they knew anything, and they didn't know much, but they know that the cow's name was Marigold.
Marigold the cow. Okay.
Yes. And someone in the YouTube chat, Dana, I think it was, said that. Norwich Township posted a picture of it on their social media. In Norwich Township, that is like Hilliard, like right north of the fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, well,
yeah, that's
fairgrounds.
But did they say if it was like running free from the farmlands? I mean, because that's a jog for a cow.
Right.
And I'm surprised it wouldn't have been like whatever road it took to get to the freeway. There would have been reports of people like, there's a loose cow running through Hilliard. That would have caused some ruckus and some news. I wouldn't think it would have made it to the freeway. Someone would have tried to like corral it. But it had to be someone on the freeway transporting it whose trailer door was like broken or something and it got out. And thank God it didn't like cause an accident, right? Because that would have been bad.
This might be a stupid take, but I don't know how the cow got on the highway, but it's like, are we shutting down the whole highway over a cow? Would we shut down the whole highway over like a deer? No.
No,
we would not.
Well, the deer would just pass.
Deer are stupid, and it would have been dead instantly because it would have been like a car and then run in front of it inside.
Right. I understand that. And this cow here.
That's more possum
I
behavior.
hate deer. No, possums are smart enough to freeze.
That's even worse.
No, but they stop and they hope that like whatever you are leaves them alone. Deer are just like, oh, is that a semi? Yay! And they run in front of it and then bam, and then guts everywhere.
I also understand that this cow cow is technically someone's property, and that's what kind of makes it different.
Well, that's,
it has a name and everything. It's not a wild animal. I understand that.
You said my baloney has a first and last name?
Yeah, Dylan, it has a name. It's called steak, buddy. I mean, this is coming from someone with a meat product named myself. I relate to this cow, but like, come on. We know why they name it. It's just to figure out which one's the biggest one. It's that the one we're sending to the market? Oh, Marigold. Yeah,
it could have been a
Marigold's
show cow or like a milk cow.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's studded. It's a bull.
Is it true?
It had horns. I saw the picture.
Its name was Marigold. Are we naming bulls Marigold?
I don't judge the cow community for their names. Let them live. Whatever they want to go by.
Is it true that they had a penitentiary downtown Columbus?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I saw that in the chat. Drama614 said, T-Bone, do you remember when they had the Ohio State Penitentiary? Do you know where that was? Because I remember it.
Where was it at?
You ever been to a little place called Nationwide Arena? That's where it was. The Arena District used to be a state penitentiary. Oh, yeah. It's actually, you know where, like, technically where it was, it's actually a little closer to where, like, the Clippers Stadium is now, like Huntington Park. But that street right there, that whole area was inside the walls of a state pen. Yeah. And it was, I mean, it had been shut down forever. But I'll tell you what, if you want to go look up old Columbus and see some video of what Columbus used to look like, this is when I would have been like 5. They had a street, multiple years in a row, they had a street race in Columbus called the Columbus 500. And it was like, if you've ever seen the 24 hours at Le Mans or 24 hours at Daytona, these races where there's sports cars. They've got big bubble canopies and they've got fins on the back.
Yeah.
That's the kind of cars that were here.
And they raced.
500 kilometers was the distance. So whatever that is in miles, I'm guessing that's like 300 miles or something. I don't know. But they would run that race through the streets of Columbus right in downtown. And when they did this, it was the late 80s. None of that stuff had been built. Like the pen was still there. So you can go see video in color of people in goofy clothing.
But was
standing there watching these cars go through the town.
But there was no inmates in the pit.
No, it had been closed down. It was done by that point.
But like they kind of rewarding them. You'd be in the pen looking out the window like, look at these dudes race these cars.
Yeah, I'm sure the guards would have been real nice and be like, oh yeah, stand out there on the railing, just watch it. You want your Ferrari flag to hang out the window?
Everybody use their yard time to go watch the race.
That's right. Yeah, so I also, when I heard this, I thought the cow being on the freeway, I thought it had to be Grove City. So I would have lost that bet. That would have been yeah. Grove City seems like a place that would have some cow pastures for sure.
I spent most of my childhood in like Morrow County area, and I would have guessed it would have been that way. But that's probably because my perception of area.
I understand. I just said Marysville is kind of central. Do we count like Morrow County as being central? I mean, it's central Ohio, I guess. Yeah, it's Columbus Metro. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
It's our, I kind of like our listener radius, and they get Columbus news and radio stations. So
yeah,
I consider them not a part of Columbus, but a part of Central Ohio for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Jackets win 4-3 in the shootout. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. We are looking pretty good when it comes to average drive times in the metro, but I do want to head over to the west side and talk about our drivers there. We are noticing the first drops of rain in your area. That's 70 eastbound, just east of State Route 142. Just noticing some patchiness out there. Of course, when it comes to drive times in your area this morning, it gets a little bit slower, 70 eastbound at that 142 area. Of course, construction just north of West Jefferson, but hey, a lot better heading downtown once again, 70 in that eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, does this sound like you where every step or reach is a reminder that it hurts? The pain is there. A reminder of what you're not able to do, how far you've drifted from that life you used to have and love where you didn't have the pain. Listen, if this is you, if this is a family member, you need to talk to them about it. You need to do what I did and go to QC Kinetics. They've got the answers for you, the relief without the scalpel, without the surgery. At QC Kinetics, they tap into your body's own regenerative power. The damaged tissue, it can be healed by itself. It's not science fiction. It's your body's comeback story. The very cells in your body can help you get healed with no surgery, no pills, no long recovery, just remembering how to move and feel alive again so you can golf, hike, do all the stuff you love to do. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus, so be sure to check them out at 380-208-4544.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
When the coach speaks, we listen. Ryan Day's weekly press conference comes your way every Tuesday at noon.
Sponsored by The Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact The Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Give yourself plenty of time this morning as there could be some slick spots due to some rain and even a little bit of a wintry mix developing for the morning commutes. Otherwise, it turns into all rain as we head into the day today with temperatures getting into the mid-40s. For tonight, rain eventually tapers off overnight with lows down into the 30s and then a drier and milder Wednesday with highs in the 50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Hold on to your butts. Rivalry Week is coming.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Starting on Monday, we get you ready for, The Fan. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Just spent the commercial break showing Tyvis the Ohio Penitentiary. In a video from 1985, I found the 1985 Columbus Ford Dealers 500. The video of that. If you've never seen this, go to about 10 minutes in and you can see video of the old state pen if you ever wanted to, or see what Columbus looked like 40 years ago. That's what this is from, 40 years ago. But yeah, we just had that question come up in the chat. Thought we'd look it up. Tyvis was amazed to learn that where the Jackets and the Clippers and the Crew all play. That area used to all be a state pen back in the day.
Well, apparently the state pen and a race street.
Yeah, they had a race that went right down Spring Street. Yeah, it was pretty cool back in the day. Speaking of the Jackets, if you were down there for Jackets time last night, they beat the Habs 4-3 in the shootout, gave away the lead. They were up 3-1. But you know what? We could be negative. Dylan wants to be negative. I'm always accused of being negative. But today I'll just say they got 2 points. And you know what?
I'm glad that you looked at it that way.
I will give them crap when they deserve it. And if they had crapped this lead away and then lost, I would definitely
they crapped the lead away. They just won in a shootout.
Right, that's fine. But you know what? They got the 2 points. And given all the times that they've been close and haven't won, right, where, like I said this year, no moral victories for this team. That's my theme for the Jackets, 2025, 2026, no moral victories. They won the game. I'm not going to give them a ton of credit when they lose games, but they fought. That whole what's the thing in hockey they say? They're like, that team over there, like that they're doing great over there. We ran into a buzzsaw tonight. I don't care who you ran into. Got the job done. They won last night, so I'm going to take that as a positive. Kirill Marchenko with like a 12-game point streak now. He is tied for second all time.
It only was a minute and like 19 seconds to go, and they tied.
I know.
It just be the worst time.
Well, okay, so first of all, I was there last night again with the
you're the problem.
7:30 listed.
You are the problem.
7:30 listed face-off. And that really was a 7:45.
I couldn't believe how late it was. Where I'm looking up in the second period and going, "What time is it? Huh?"
I don't understand why they're doing this. This is the second game in a row that I worked at that happened, and I got home. It was like almost midnight. But anyway, that's besides the point. That goal kind of sort of excusable, and here's why. So they're down one. The Habs are. They pull the goalie, and in that moment, Charlie Coyle's stick breaks. So you're already 6 on 5.
Was it his or was it
Olivier gave Coyle his stick
that's what
after his stick
I saw
broke.
Olivier didn't have a stick.
I don't know why he did. I guess they thought the centerman needed the stick more. That was his logic. Let him live. I'm not that much of a hockey expert to question that. Yeah. So then you're essentially 6 on 4, and they're desperate to tie the game with just over a minute left, and then boom, they tie it.
Yeah.
It goes to overtime. And you know what? The Jackets didn't even have the puck at all in overtime. I'm shocked.
No.
Shocked they didn't lose it in overtime. But you know what? When the Jackets go to a shootout, there are not that many teams in the NHL that I have more faith in.
You see Ken Johnson's goal?
Man!
I mean, that's the skill, right? That's what, man, if you could ever get that whole package put together with him, hopefully they can. He's still a young player.
This goal like 20 times. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's dirty.
He had him looking for change.
Tyvis, have you seen?
That goalie was on the ground searching for loose change. Oh, baby.
That's when you lose the remote in the couch, isn't it? Where you're like, where's it? No, it didn't go in the crack again.
Man.
No, that's what their goalie was doing last night.
Tyvis, look up Kent Johnson. It's called a Michigan goal.
I will do no such thing.
That's just the name of it.
Tyvis. Forget that it's called the Michigan goal. Just look it up because you have to see what this kid does. Like, he's one of the best. Like, with the puck on his stick, he's insane.
Y'all got me typing that word. Yes. And we so close to the game that y'all got me typing this goal.
It's not game week. You've got one more,
what is it? It's called that.
Just Ken Johnson, Michigan goal. Just look it up. You'll see. But yeah, Zach Werenski also got a point, by the way. That is, he's on $3.99 for his career. So the next point he gets, which could be tonight, they're in Winnipeg. So a back-to-back here. Elvis is going to go tonight in goal. That could be something where he gets to his 400th point. So I don't really, that's good for him personally. I care about getting the results here. So I saw Winnipeg and I thought, God, that seems like a quick turnaround, a long flight. It's like a 2.5-hour flight from Columbus. It's like a little further away than Minnesota. I didn't realize it was that close.
I mean, it's still not ideal to play a back-to-back.
No, of course not. When you're on the road.
You're flying out. I'm sure they flew out last night after the game.
Still, that's just... I thought it was further away than it was.
I'm sorry. I'm reacting to Tyvis reacting, which is bad for radio.
No, I can't. I'm looking at it like, how did he just score that?
Picked it up, flips it around, dumps it in the net. It's crazy, right?
I didn't have to watch it like 20 times. Yeah, it's so quick that I can't really tell.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch for that.
But the Jackets are about to be on a 4-game road trip? Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Right after they went out west.
Would
Great.
really like to see them get 5 points out of those.
Yeah,
4.
let's hope they can. They need to start. Yeah, need to start.
They right there in the thick of everything. They're
Yeah,
like in
the playoffs started
they in the
today. They'd
middle.
be in it.
They in
Hey,
the
there you
middle of
go.
everything. Like
Let's keep
they
it
can
going.
really like come on.
But again, it doesn't matter if the playoffs don't start today. So you can't just pat yourself on the back and get an overtime win that you almost gave away. Got to do better than that, obviously. But they got the points. I'm going to focus on the positive tonight. Now today. Tonight, if they go and give another lead away, we'll talk about that because that's not good. By the way, breaking news: if you spit in someone's face in the NFL, it will cost you a game check. Jamar Chase got suspended for a game for spitting on Jalen Ramsey. Not a surprise. They did this with wasn't it Jalen Carter, the Eagles defensive tackle, who
he got kicked out of the game right then.
Yeah, but essentially it was before the game had even really started. I think they'd had the kickoff and that's it.
Yeah.
So they gave him essentially a game suspension. And then they said afterwards he served his suspension during the game. So if someone else does it, you're just going to have to point to the rule and say that's what it was. So.
It was so funny that I got on here and I said, like, how that's disrespectful, the ultimate sign of disrespect, and then how I agree with Jalen Ramsey that it ain't about football. So I got home yesterday and I just I forgot why I was on like ESPN, like searching something on ESPN, and I see the clip of Ryan Clark and Marcus Spears both saying, yeah, that's too disrespectful. It ain't even about football no. I just was like, see, I tried to tell T-Bone that
No.
thing.
I understand your perspective that it's not about football and you have to do what you have to do. I'm just saying, as someone who stirs the pot, when I played what little bit of sports I played in my life, and mostly just played in the backyard, any of that, I was not the best player. I was an agitator. And now I would never in a million years spit in someone's face. That's ridiculous to me. And I still can't understand how Jamar Chase walks in the locker room and guys don't just go, ew, let's see you. What are you doing? It's so weird. However, I do think that the fact that he did not get seen doing that and then Jalen Ramsey getting himself thrown out of that game, it fortunately didn't matter for the Steelers if you're a Steelers fan. But I bet Steelers fans would have a different way of looking at that, even with the spitting incident. If they were down like 3 points, it was a close game, and then he gets thrown out and they go on to get blown out because their defense can't stop anyone, wouldn't that be a problem a little bit to say, oh, I'm sorry, glad your manhood got protected, but you ended up losing this game for your team? That would have been a problem. For them, it didn't matter. I'm just saying, if this was a Super Bowl, you still saying you would have done that in the Super Bowl? Get yourself thrown out because, well, it's bigger than the game.
Not gonna lie to you.
That's easy to say in a blowout. It's not so easy in a big game.
In that moment, I don't even care that we in the Super Bowl.
Of course not.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
But again,
I would tell if I was at Ohio State, and some people would actually love for this. They would actually applaud this. I would have looked at Malik and said, "Get ready, bro." You go in here because I'm gone. I'm gone. Some people would have been like, you know what? Good. That's even better.
Here's my question. I need to know how far you go with this because you're in that Alabama game, 2014. You guys are.
Well, Malik wasn't. Was Malik here at that time?
Forget who it was. What I'm asking you is, that was a game.
I got to know who my backup is. I should know these things. Coach Meyer used to be. This was a big thing.
It was bigger than the game. I'm saying if you were in,
whoever it is going in the game. Yes, I just needed to know who it was.
If it's the biggest game of your life, it's the Alabama game, Oregon game, whichever one you consider the biggest of your life, and someone spit on you, and I'm getting thrown out of a potential national championship level game, you're okay with that, and it could cost your team. You were the guy on that defense.
Yeah,
you're okay with being thrown out of that game over that.
Yeah. I am.
That's
but see, this is the thing.
To me.
See, the thing,
insane to me.
See, this is the problem there. This is the issue that I have with it. I'm not only getting thrown out of the game. I'm going to jail. So you're gonna have to get me out of prison. That's the difference.
Well, jail and prison are two different things. I've learned that.
Whatever. I'm going. I'm leaving in handcuffs. Because that's serious to me.
I wouldn't let somebody else get me like that. I would say, great, you spit on me, fine. You're getting thrown out. My team's going to win. I'm not going to jail over your dumbass. No way. I wouldn't let Jamar Chase get me like that. I would be mad, but I'd point and laugh, and I'd go to the ref and be like, look, see this? He did this. He spit on me. Get him thrown out of the game. That's the way you win, in my opinion. But I get it. Someone pushes your manhood. You got to do what you got to do. I wouldn't have been there with you. I'd have said, if I were your coach, I would have yelled at you. What are you doing? Get thrown out?
You know
of
what?
the
And
game?
then you know what I
Jalen
did?
Ramsey.
You know what I would have did?
Punch
Spit
me.
on him. Let's see how you react. How you react?
Was Ron Tanner your backup?
Ricky Tan?
Yeah.
Oh, we good. Ricky Tan would have been fine.
Oh, wow. That's
Ricky
utter
Tan.
confidence.
I don't
love
think
that.
Ricky Tan was Ricky Tan.
That's
my
what it
backup?
says for the depth chart for
Ricky
the
Tan.
Michigan game.
Who was Vine's backup?
Cam Burrows.
It would have been Cam.
Okay.
It would Cam would have
been the number on
it. It would have been Cam on it.
What do we know about Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith's injuries? We'll tell you the latest next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for those who live in Westerville. We have one more day when it comes to a ramp closure in your area. It's happening on 270, that westbound ramp, to 71 in that northbound direction. It will be lasting until Wednesday morning, folks. But again, one more night. Tonight, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Crew members will be out and about. As for that detour here to 270 westbound to 71 in that southbound direction, once you get to 161, get off and loop back onto 71 in that northbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship.
T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship.
Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Some of the things we've already discussed today. What do you do when someone spits on you? Do you roll over?
Rage.
Or do you go to jail? Which one Tyvis said he would go to prison?
There is no in between.
Okay.
It's either you going to jail or you letting it, you just walk away.
Also, if you were driving along if you were told somewhere along 270 a cow had entered the roadway, which suburb would you have presumed was responsible for that? Because last night when I heard this, there was a cow on the freeway. I didn't have Hilliard on my bingo card. Now we think it's because the trailer that was hauling the cow got broken down, pulled over, trailer hitch.
That's not what we think.
That's what I think.
I think Tim Hall let it go.
Tim loves Omaha steaks so much he had one shipped over to him, like a live cow. He's like, I'm going to get this butchered. Once he gets done with I heard he's back yesterday. He was back from his vasectomy, talking about all the soreness and the washing. That was a segment of gold. If you didn't hear that, him and Common Man talk about how they wash Saki after you get the vasectomy. It's not great.
I'm glad I was.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's what they do. It's great. But also, if you want to hear two men talking about cupping their genitals, I mean, that was the segment for you. Just saying. But yeah, I did not have Hilliard on my bingo card for that. As far as having a cow running on the freeway, I did see. I forget who it was in the chat. Someone brought up the fact because Dylan said, "Well, we shut down the freeway for a deer." The deer would weigh like a couple 100 pounds, which would be bad. You don't want to hit that with your car,
right?
cattle can weigh tons.
I get
like
it.
a ton is you could have a 2,000 pound cow, 1,800 pound cow. Like that's going to more than give a dent to your fender or possibly cause you to be a little late to work. Like your car will be done. You may not make it if you hit a cow on the freeway at 70 miles an hour. That's not good. It's just like a car stopped in the middle of the road. They'd have to, shut down traffic for that. But yeah, good for them apparently they had to use grain to get the cow back into its little holder.
They do
Whatever
have
you
to
call the trailer.
trick it?
Well,
Like you get a trail of grain back to the trailer?
I don't think this CPD have a lot of resources at their disposal. I don't know if they just have a bunch of cattle wranglers, right? Oh, is it our time? Yes, let me get my lasso and then run out there and rope some steer. I don't think they have that on standby. They got a helicopter, they got some other, ammunition or whatever. I don't know if they got guys on horses. They do that, but I don't think they're trained rodeo guys. So
they should have volunteers on deck for that, just in case.
Have you ever seen? Oh, you know what's interesting? You know how they have police on horses? Would you ever run from that? You think people run from them?
Yeah, I mean, people run from anything if they don't feel safe. I can see that.
Why would somebody feel that they're gonna outrun the horse?
Well, it may not be that you could outrun the horse, but one, are you running with a group of people? Because you may just have to outrun a few people in the group.
Trip them.
Okay, right. True.
That's like if the zombie apocalypse happened and they about to get one of you, trip the person next to you so you can get away.
So remind me to never spit on you, and also if the zombies show up to get away from you, because you will just trip me and shove me into the way of the face-eating zombies.
Get away.
I don't think we would need to trip you. No, Tyvis would be gone.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It's very true. Yeah, you're right.
But going back to running, if you're running from the cops and you're running into a crowd of people, the cop isn't going to trample a crowd of people to chase you down.
I'm saying you would run.
You know what I mean?
You would run for obstacles.
What if it's just you and what if it's a one-on-one situation?
No, that I'm just laying down on the ground, hands behind my
I feel
back.
like I would. I have to test it.
Oh no! If it's a one-on-one situation, I'm getting the cell phone out and I'm recording everything because I'm hoping, and I'm kind of hoping they do something to me so I get the lawsuit and I have to recover and then I get paid.
I'm gonna try to hit the biggest fence I can find.
The horses can hop right over.
No,
those
that's
things.
why the biggest fence that one of the ones you got to put your foot in it and climb a couple steps.
Maybe
then jump
it's like
over.
a 10-foot fence, maybe. But horses are agile, man. Come on, you never know. They could go get you. The latest on this: Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. Both of them have injuries. I was doing a little digging yesterday, trying to find out what I can. I don't really have sources, but I was asking who I know to find out what was known. I saw Ryan Day was talking about this yesterday on Buckeye Roundtable. He does his weekly appearance there. He said nothing really. He said we have no updates. He did say both those guys didn't have anything worse on Sunday. Like, you know how sometimes you feel okay during the game, you come in the next day and they're like, oh, this is a lot worse than we thought. He said that wasn't the case. They still seem to be about where they thought they were Saturday night. Mm-hmm. He said they will know more today after practice. So is that would they have practiced yesterday, Tyvis? I guess
no, it's Tuesdays.
Yeah, so they start on
Bloody Tuesday.
Okay. So
full pads.
Right. So he said he'll know a lot more today after practice. Do they practice before that press conference at noon or after?
They practice at 2. I think they start meetings at 2:30.
Okay,
so they probably hit the field around 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that.
So maybe doesn't he do a little? I forget what they call it. I don't know the term. There's a gang for it. There's a term for it that's like the side party or the after party or the like. There's like Ryan Day does his press conference on noon right here on the Fan. You can hear it. And then they'll do I think after practice, they do a little side reporter thing where the people who are there at practice, he'll talk to them a little bit extra. They'll get some more
when
info.
they do the post-practice meetings where they get the coach and a couple of players.
It's something, yeah. Like he does something like that on Tuesdays, I feel like. So I don't want to call it what I think it's called in the industry, which is an inappropriate term.
I don't
involves
know.
bang and some other word that rhymes with bang. And it comes before bang. I'm just going to say.
Oh,
I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah,
that's what Riley Reid know about that.
That's what I will never forget for my life.
He's the porn star.
I will never forget a reporter who used to work here, who now obviously works in the media elsewhere, name is Lori Schmidt. Pure as the driven snow. The nicest person you ever meet.
She always got that hat
Super
on.
appropriate. Never inappropriate. Didn't go for any of the jokes or humor that we did. But I mean, she was very nice to all of us, but that's not her personality. And I remember one time I was going to a Jackets game and she said, "Oh yeah, this is the thing they have afterwards." And someone else said it while she was standing there. It was just like, "Oh, is it the gangbang?" And I'm like, "Oh God, why are you saying that around Lori Schmidt? Don't do that. Don't do that to me." But that was the first time I ever heard that term. It's like where all the microphones are stuck in someone's face. That's what they called it. And I'm like, I don't like that term. I mean, at least not at work. Let's put it that way. All right. So, yeah, the latest on Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith is we don't know much. I did get confirmation that it's a calf. And for Jeremiah, from what I understand, it is like it's upper thigh related. I heard both hamstring and quad yesterday, so I'm not sure which is.
We were hearing back, too, for Jeremiah.
Well, if it's hamstring, isn't that kind of back, right? Like your hamstring attaches at the buttocks. That's where your back muscles also attach. So like that whole area back there, not good for him.
He might got a strained quad. That's what
could be that too.
That's what I had when I played for Dallas. I strained my quad.
How did that work for you?
Oh, you could play with it, but it's not fun.
No.
And then you'll eventually pull your hamstring, which I did.
Well, then all right. Here's what I will tell you. I was told. The likelihood of Jeremiah Smith playing this weekend compared to Carnell Tate?
Slim to none.
Yeah. I would be surprised if you see Jeremiah Smith this weekend. I would think Carnell Tate has a better shot of playing. If you heard Austin Ward, he was on with Bishop and Friends yesterday morning, and he kind of said the same thing. I had heard that too. But he said, Austin was like, I can't make any promises. Well, obviously, you're not there. You're not, you're covering the team, but you're not a coach, right? From what Austin said yesterday, they were getting the players off the field. The wide receivers were all getting off the field last week before any of the reporters were allowed to see practice, because they're not watching practice necessarily, but when they come in, they can see sometimes a few guys doing extra work. They might see who's walking off the field. So the fact that none of the wide receivers were visible to them during practice, clearly they were trying to keep those guys out of sight. They didn't want anybody to notice that there might be some limping or whatever it was. So
if there's nothing to worry about, why is everything you just said a thing?
Did I say there's nothing to worry about?
I'm not saying you're saying that, but people are, it's not a big deal. 2 weeks till Michigan. Well, now it's less than 2 weeks, and it's like, why are they being so secretive? If there's no concern, if there's nothing for me to worry about,
because they're gonna play against a team up north no matter what.
Okay, but
are they going to be 100% healthy or close to?
Isn't that irrelevant to you?
I mean,
yes, it is very relevant to me.
It's irrelevant.
It's relevant because you just said, like, if let's say, I don't know if it is, let's say he's done something to his quad, Jeremiah Smith. You said playing on that. Like, we all know this, right? If you have an injury on one part of your body and you're compensating for that, it can cause another part of your body to get injured. And then that becomes an issue that you're chasing as you're heading into the playoffs. That's not necessarily ideal.
I played 3 games, or 2.5, because I didn't make it through the full 2.5 with the strained quad. That means he got to play in the team up north in the Big Ten championship, and he can rest.
Yeah, that's all right. I hope so. I just hope he don't get further injured.
He also is probably going to rest this week. They said the only way to fix it. First of all, it's not I don't know if it's a quad or not.
We don't know.
So if it is a quad, what I'm saying is the only way that gets better is rest.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, if at Ohio State, if they're mad that we're like speculating on injuries, feel free to clarify it. Just put an injury report out like they do in the big league. You all claim you're like the NFL over there. Act like the NFL and say what's going on. But this guy is questionable, possible, whatever. College football doesn't take themselves. They are all happy to sign these big multi-billion-dollar contracts for TV like the NFL, but they don't want to be treated like the NFL when it comes to injury reports and things like that. And they always hide behind, it's student welfare. You will throw that student under a bus if they miss a tackle during a big game. So don't give me student welfare on that. Just it's an injury report. Just put it out there. That's all. Be a lot easier for everybody. Morning Wood coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes to report at this time, but we are seeing traffic really build up for our friends in Canal, Winchester, and Pickerington. A live look at 33, that westbound direction at Gender Road, really dropping when it comes to travel times, too, at 20 miles per hour. But hey, some much better news for our friends in the western outer belt, really by Hilliard this morning. Roberts Road to 70 will only take you 1 minute on this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. BMIFCU.org/holiday loan.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
When you're building a single-family house, multi-unit house, townhouse, penthouse, row house, or tiny house, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. The Columbus builders who are building Columbus do. They know they can rent the right equipment at the right price right now, thanks to the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus. All powered by people for equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. So no matter what you've got going in or going up, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan. 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We're talking about the cow that got loose on the freeway. If you got stuck in that traffic yesterday, 270 south over by Hilliard, apparently a bull of some kind got out on the road. Didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it was. Saw this because we were wondering about what would happen to your car if you ran into a cow on the freeway at 70 miles an hour. Someone in the chat, nothing but OSU college football talk and history. Apparently, it's his user handle, his or hers. Let him live. said, I drive a semi, and out in Utah, a company I worked for, another driver hit a cow doing 70 miles an hour with their semi-truck. It took the police almost a month to figure out what he hit because it blew the whole front of his truck off. And he was lucky to be alive. He was in the hospital for over 2 months.
Yikes.
So that's why they shut the freeway down. Because if you hit that with anything less than a semi, sounds like it wouldn't have gone well for you if you'd done that. So I'm glad they got that cow out of the road because, good God, I would never have expected in a million years. I know we do have some farms around. Obviously, I don't like the label Cowtown for this place, but I never would have guessed 270 would have just had a cow roaming wildly, but that's what shut us down yesterday. So if you got stuck in that traffic, I'm very sorry.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
I don't know why I'm apologizing for that. I didn't do it. Wasn't my cow. Morning Wood question number 1, Dylan.
So we get a fresh batch of CFP rankings tonight, but in the AP poll, the SEC has 5 top 10 teams, while the Big Ten has 3. How many teams would you guess each conference will get in the playoff?
Well, let's start with the Big Ten.
The Big Ten's getting 3.
Yeah, I think it's OSU, Indiana, and Oregon, USC.
Oregon, USC ain't beating Oregon.
Okay, but if they did.
If they did, then you might maybe get 4.
I don't think so. I feel like if USC won that game, then Oregon would be, I think, tough to get in.
First of all, Oregon playing some good ball right now. They bringing physicality to the game. People talk about them not being physical. They've been just running the ball down people's throats.
Yeah, but you know who else is? USC just went up against Iowa, which that's like all they have are physical dudes, and they went out in the rain and pushed Iowa around and got back in that game and won.
So something's got to give.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game this weekend. But yeah, I tend to think it's 3 there. From the SEC perspective, I mean, you have A&M with no losses, despite all their close misses. They have no losses. Georgia and Ole Miss both have a loss. Then you have Oklahoma, Bama, Vandy, and Texas all with 2 losses. So if any of those teams drop, I don't know. I can't see you putting 3-loss teams in. I know that Kirk Herbstreit wants it to happen. I don't. I think a safe number for the SEC is 4, clearly. I don't think any conference should be getting 5 or more teams in. Sorry. I don't care how good you think your conference is. Win your games. I don't think you should be getting 5 teams in there.
Trying to look up these last.
I don't think you say no 3-loss teams. I really don't think Texas is out of it. And people just want to say, 3 losses, you shouldn't get in.
Texas beat A&M, they in.
I agree.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be a 3-loss.
Yes, they would. They are 3-loss teams right now.
I forgot. My bad. Right.
And I know people want to throw out the loss to Florida, but you know what? They'll have that big win against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's in right now. They just beat Bama. Like I just think whether it's right or not, if Texas beats A&M, I think their chances of getting in the playoff are more likely than not.
I know, but the fact that we're all doing this where we're like,
Texas ain't going. Texas ain't getting in.
I hate how many simps we have for like 3-loss teams where it's like, but if they could just beat Texas A&M. All right, fine. If they could have done that, then why don't they win some of their other games? I'm sorry, that's a nice upset. If Auburn beats Alabama, should we let them in too? Because, look what they did against Alabama. No, your resume from the rest of the year shows you're precluded from playoff picture. Well, Texas should be.
They would have wins against Oklahoma and A&M, and then they would have
and they'd have a loss against Florida.
If they beat A&M, they getting in. My thing is, I don't think they're gonna beat A&M.
There you go. That could solve it all.
Well, that was Morning Wood question number 1. What's Morning Wood question number 2, Dylan?
So the New York Jets are benching Justin Fields in favor of Tyrod Taylor. Would you say Fields' career as a starting NFL quarterback is over?
Yes.
Unless
he starts again for the Jets this year, but after this season, it's done.
Let's clarify that. As an on-purpose starting quarterback?
Yeah,
as
like
a play, that's done. No. That's over.
Yeah,
no one's doing that again. His starting career from here on out will be, if someone's hurt, he will be like Tyrod Taylor, where he'll probably get a job, he'll probably stay in the league. People will like the athleticism, and maybe he can help us win some games if we get a guy hurt. But yeah, they're not going to go in and say he's the plan, and we want him to start. Morningwood, question number 3.
Who would be your bet to win the NFC South right now, and why shouldn't it be Baker Mayfield and the Bucs?
You so desperately want us to not say Tampa. But, all right, Michael Penix Jr. is dead again with the Falcons. He's out for the year.
Carolina.
Saints are terrible.
Carolina.
The Panthers are the only other option, and they're playing well. We just talked about how Bryce Young threw for 400-plus yards and helped win them the game the other day. But I don't know. Their point differential, which shouldn't be the only thing you look at, is negative 42. They've not been good this year. Now they're starting to maybe turn a corner a little bit, but if you believe Tampa's record is all about who they've played, how can you not look at Carolina and say it's similar? I mean, I just feel like Tampa's got the better team and they're more battle tested. I trust them more. Carolina, I think, is going to start to have a little trouble when their schedule toughens up. And by the way, they play the Bucs twice in the back end of the schedule, so
that's the key to me.
They'll have their moments to figure it out.
And the Bucs are losing their third straight this weekend, so
who do they play this week?
The Rams.
Oh, well, all right. Maybe they are. That's fair.
Same. If you're the betting type, might want to take a flyer on the Panthers to win the South.
There you go. Maybe. I don't know. I still tend to think it's Tampa there, but we'll find out. That's the beauty of the NFL.
I think, Tampa's going to win it.
For sure.
I think that the Carolina thing is it's not, I don't think it's going to last.
Nice story, but I would be surprised if that's it.
What do you think those guys that quit their podcast over the Panthers stinking are thinking right now?
No, if they're smart, they go, "You're welcome. We did this. We brought them back, baby. We shut down, and then they got good." So that's on them. One college football job got their head coach lined up yesterday. Another job, they gave their head coach an ultimatum. We'll tell you about both next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, another reminder for our friends in Delaware County, talking about some lane closures over here. It's happening on 23 in both directions, just north and south of State Route 229, which turns into Norton Road. It's lasting until about Thursday, so a couple of days longer for crew members to be out and about in these daytime hours as well, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. Are you ready for the best Black Friday truck deals? Head over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are happening all month long. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $349 a month for 24 months with only $1,000 due at signing. Or if financing is more your style, grab it for just $679 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Diamond Cellar's Holiday Gala is back. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. I remember the wonder I felt as a kid when I walked through the dazzling displays, meeting world-class designers and sharing joyous moments with my family. Now, I have the privilege of sharing this tradition with my own children and with all of you. Our gala is more than an event, it's an opportunity to come together, create memories, and enjoy 25% off the designers you know and love for 1 weekend only. So join us December 4th through 6th and visit diamondcellar.com/gala to learn more.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Columbus. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, and player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Hey, folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Did you know that Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations right here by the airport. During the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months, and Subaru will donate $250 for every vehicle leased or purchased this month. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com. Subject to credit approval, financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/1/25.
Bobcat Enterprises says thank you for your support as they celebrate 50 years of serving the construction industry. Established in 1975 in Cincinnati, Bobcat Enterprises has expanded to 9 stores to meet you where you are in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Find equipment for any construction project, including compact track loaders and excavators. Plus, Bobcat Enterprises rents compact equipment and attachments. Find current specials and locations at bobcatent.com or follow Bobcat Enterprises Inc. on Facebook. Bobcat Enterprises, 50 years working for you.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Monday Night Football featured a matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdowns in what was the first game for Dallas since the death of defensive end Marshawn Nealon. The Cowboys paid tribute to Nealon with a 33-16 victory over the Raiders. The Columbus Blue Jackets played host to the visiting Montreal Canadians. The Jackets went to a shootout for a second game in a row, but they were able to pull this game out against the Habs 4-3. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers were at home against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. However, Giannis left the game early due to injury, and the Cavs were able to get past the Bucks 118-106. Donovan Mitchell had 37 points in the victory. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
ED is nothing more than a medical condition. Studies show that around 50% of men over the age of 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for different treatment strategy. And that's where my guys at Tri-State Men's Health comes into play, because they have the treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They have success rates with well over 90%. Some of these treatments can have you last an hour or more. There's 6 locations of Tri-State, 4 of them located in Ohio. 2 of them right here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one's in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. If that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com. By the way, I got to call them. Today is a very special day. I want to wish my wife a happy birthday, and I called them yesterday, so that means tonight. Put your hair up, baby. Get you a stretchy.
First of all, you've not been married long enough for this to be the case where it flips. Because once there's a point you reach in your marriage where you go to your wife like, hey, happy birthday, honey. And she's like, that's not the present I'm looking for. Get out of here with that. That's not it. So, yeah, that's been good for you guys. By the way, Rothman and Ice, I just want to point this out. They have a very big day coming up if you would like to find out as much as you can about Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Noon, Ryan Day press conference. Will he say anything? Probably not. But you may find, who knows? I would think all the media, after, all the last couple weeks of chicanery, they might be a little on edge. So they may ask some questions this week. We'll find out. At 2:30, Austin Ward from Austin and Berm. Austin Ward, of course, he's going to join with whatever info he's got. And then at 1:30, some guy who knows nothing, Tyvis Powell, will also talk to them. So you can listen in for that at 1:30. No, I'm sorry. It's free Class A, free Ortiz. That's what you're going to say.
Free them till it's backwards.
They play
especially Class A. Keep Ortiz.
They play that soundbite all the time. Yesterday, they ended their show. They were like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. It's Rothman and Ice on the Fan. And then free Ortiz, free Class A. And it's just like, what are we doing?
Free Class A and Ortiz.
There we go. That's right. All right. So, two college coaches, very different directions right now. One of them has their future secured and settled. That is James Franklin. He said he is going to go to Virginia Tech, and he is going to be the new head coach there. Very interesting stuff on the contract. Did you hear what happened with Penn State?
No. Well, you're talking about he has to get a job to get the money.
Well, the technical offset language, all that, I don't know. But yes, presumably he has to get a job, and then that would be, whatever the contract is there, he's going to not have to get paid by Penn State. However, it came out yesterday that his $54 million buyout, it ain't that. I mean, it was by the contract, but he reached a settlement with Penn State. Do you know how much he settled? Do you know how much he settled for?
You better tell me more than 50.
Settled? You don't settle for more.
Then he's a fool. Guess how much? 25.
Lower.
This is why Brian Kelly in court right now. He took 10.
Lower.
6.
No, it was a little higher than that. 9.
He's crazy.
He took 1/6 of the buyout. Now,
why would he do that?
I saw some.
So he could take a job?
I saw this logic. This is what I saw from a few people who did the math on it. If you put $9 million into like a mutual fund or something like that, or whatever investments over the next 5 years, it could make and get up to like 14 million.
See,
and so they were saying if he's going to make 40 million anyway at the new job, if the new contract's going to be somewhere in that neighborhood, then the offset language, it's really not that different. To which I say that I don't care what the math is, because you give me 20 million, that's still a settlement. It's less than what Penn State owed, but they fired me.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want their money.
I'm gonna be as transparent as possible, and this is where it might be a disconnect from me and the rest of the world.
That's fine.
And there's going to be accountants and people out there that's listening to this and say, Tyvis, you out of your mind. James Franklin's the smartest guy in the world.
Okay.
Stock markets crash a lot, and I believe I need to see it. I need to see it. I don't want to put it on a wish and pray and hope that it's going to happen. I want it to sit in my account. Then we could take 50 and we could put it in that thing and do the same thing, and it'd be even more.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I will take the money they're going to give me, put that away, and then I'll go make my money. But yeah, like, I get it. This was to get a lump sum.
It's my money and I need it now.
Well, that's what all these settlements are, for what it's worth. Sorry, Dylan.
Oh, you're good.
That's what all these settlements are for. It's you get the cash up front. You don't have to wait for installment payments. And then, oh, by the way, you're making so much money now, we don't have to pay those installments anymore. He's saying, give me some money up front. They don't want to do that. They settle on $9 million, so he gets more up front. He can do like you're talking about, put it in the bank, let it accrue interest, do whatever it's going to do. Either way, he's going to be living large. He already had tens of millions of dollars in the bank. If he's smart, he's been making a lot of money there at Penn State for a very long time, and at Vandy before that. So he'll be fine there. But what do we think about this for Virginia Tech as far as recruiting? Because James Franklin, say what you will about his in-game management, I have lots of problems with that. Big game James obviously had his issues winning against top 5 teams. Virginia Tech would murder to get to the point where Penn State has been. Would they not? Like being a borderline. If like Penn State, if we had the 12 team and go into 16 playoff soon, like if we had that the last 10 years, James Franklin would have been in the playoffs probably half the time, don't you think?
If he went to Virginia Tech?
No, at Penn State, he would have been in the playoffs probably the last 10 years if we had the current playoff system.
If Penn State was in the ACC, is that what you said?
No, he's saying if the 12-team playoff had existed.
Stop arguing with the people in the chat and listen to what I said. I'm going to try it again.
If it had existed before, if it was 12, all it was 4. Penn State would have made the playoffs a handful
of times.
We already said that Penn State is the most beneficiary of the 12-team playoff.
I agree.
Right. So I'm saying at Virginia Tech, they would kill for that, to be like a borderline playoff team more often than not, which is what Penn State was. Their problem is they don't spend money on recruiting. So
Virginia Tech might be desperate. They should have hired Michael Vick.
No, I don't know.
He's not doing well at Norfolk
Is he
State
not?
or whatever.
No. What about
it's not going well.
What about Deshaun Jackson?
No, neither. They just coached against each other a couple weeks ago, but neither of their records are great.
I want to say neither. I know Vic's is low. I thought both of them were under 500. Could be wrong.
What is Eddie George's record?
Not good.
Also not above 500 right now in Bowling Green.
It
takes time.
The players cannot coach.
No, it takes time to build. Stop it. Eddie's my guy. How dare you talk about Eddie George? No, he's just taking time to build. I'll say this about James Franklin. I think he's got a very good chance to turn Virginia Tech around. They need to invest. They need to actually go out and give him the resources to go and get players, because it's probably similar to recruiting to State College, but with less, Penn State is a little bit bigger brand than Virginia Tech, in my opinion. Well, but you get kids on campus there, they see that crowd, they see, Metallica's playing, they're running out in the nights, under the lights. That place will sell itself once you get them there, but
I think
you got to have some money behind it too.
When you look at it like this, is it easier to win the ACC than the Big Ten?
Yes.
Right now? Absolutely.
So that's probably what he was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly right.
Especially if Clemson's going to be like this.
Well, no kidding. You know where the power structure is in the Big Ten, right? It's Ohio State first, and now, Indiana's up there, but usually it was
it's Ohio State
first,
Indiana,
and then everybody else.
Oregon, the Wolverines. That's a lot of teams.
USC's
USC
looking
got
frisky.
the number one recruiting class, I think, right now. So, they probably going to be back.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's tough to win the Big Ten. In the ACC, it's Miami.
Miami.
I'm saying,
Clemson.
Are you scared of them? Virginia? Right, scared of them if you're James Franklin?
SMU got a lot of money.
That's a wide open, to your point, that's a wide open conference right now. Nobody has any faith that any of those teams are built for the next 5 years. So, I definitely think
should be back
but look at their last 5 years. Can you believe in them? They're probably getting ready to fire their head coach. I'm just saying, none of those schools give you any confidence right now that they are back or fully at the power that they should be, where they're a dominant program. Virginia Tech could end up, at least they could be in the mix with those schools. Maybe they ascend and take over. I don't know, but that's the task before James Franklin.
Can we go back to the buyout thing real quick?
Sure.
I feel like everyone's reading the headline and saying he's giving up $40-something million.
He is.
That's not what it
he had
is.
to get a job. He had to get a job, and they paid
Here's
a difference.
the thing.
He had to interview for a job. He didn't have to take one.
So
I agree with that statement.
Everyone's saying, why is he doing this? The reason why he's doing this is because he wants to coach. Okay, I don't think there's any reason to judge this until we see what he's making at Virginia Tech, because he essentially he could have sat out and got that $54 million or whatever, but he wants to coach. That team was going to have to pay the difference of his annual salary anyway. I think he just wanted to cut his ties with Penn State, get some of the money, and then get another job.
Oh, I know that.
That's his logic.
I get
but
all
I feel
that.
like a lot of people are looking at it saying he's turning down $40 million, and that's not the case at all.
Well, no, because he technically is. Your point is that he would give
unless he wanted to not coach.
This is how desperately he wants to coach. Is he would give up $40 million. Well, not even $40 million, because like we said, he's going to get paid there. But I'm just saying, you get an opportunity to take $50 million, sit on the beach for the rest of your life. Most people would take that. It just shows you how psycho these guys are. But then again, Ryan Day every year is a psycho now. We flipped the switch with him. The guy makes $10, $11 million a year. If you or I or most people made $10, $11 million a year, we'd do it for 2 or 3 years and say, see you later, I'm good for life. These guys are all psycho when you get to that level. Kirby Smart could retire tomorrow, never need anything again. He wants to keep coaching. So
he got a lot of work to put in, because right now I'm through 50. I'm looking for where Virginia Tech is in recruiting.
Oh, it's bad.
They got a lot of
work to do.
Still going.
I'm telling you, he's going to have to portal
He's
this
not
thing.
even in 100.
You're going to need to put some cash up and transfer portal this thing next year.
Not even in the top 100.
It's bad right now.
124th.
They're almost dead last. To your point, I mean they're bottom 10. Which is brutal.
Well, he's about to get. What's that dude that the red coat was recruiting from Penn State?
Oh, I forget his name. Was it Keaton something or other? Yeah, the running back.
He better hope he can get him to come.
All right, Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator. We'll preview the Jackets tonight. Talk a little bit about last night's win in overtime, in the shootout, rather. That's all next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, according to our traffic cam, we are noticing some light rain really developing on the west side. A live look at that 70 eastbound direction, particularly at Cole Road this morning. But overall, we are noticing traffic really start to build up for our friends in Canal Winchester, 33 westbound by Gender Road. Pretty slow moving out there at 19 miles per hour, but it does get a lot better as you're heading downtown. Again, 33 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Install 3125. Visit website for details.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Our students need more than backpacks and pencils to succeed in our schools and in life. It takes a whole team of dedicated professionals to meet their needs so they can reach their full potential. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Winsing. This American Education Week, let's stand together in support of the teachers, the para-educators, school bus drivers, custodians, secretaries, and so many others who work together to serve Ohio's public school students. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you pick match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Forrest Gump says he and Jenny went together like peas and carrots.
I gotta pay.
Well, the Buckeyes are the #1 team in the country, and the Fan is the #1 sports station in the country. Peas and carrots, baby. Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Give yourself plenty of time this morning, as there could be some slick spots due to some rain and even a little bit of a wintry mix developing for the morning commute. Otherwise, it turns into all rain as we head into the day today, with temperatures getting into the mid-40s. For tonight, rain eventually tapers off overnight with lows down into the 30s, and then a drier and milder Wednesday with highs in the 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Starting Monday, it's rivalry week. We call it that because the Buckeyes play a very annoying team from Michigan. Clever.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
The Fan. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Tyvis and Dover just talking about their breakfast order, what they're going to get breakfast sandwich wise. And you guys were trying to debate where you're going.
Yes. We end up going with Chick-fil-A.
Oh, see? Well, there you go. I know you were looking for something chicken related was the discussion, but Dylan, I didn't know if you picked Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, so that's the decision today. Joining us now for a little breakfast time conversation, Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator, joining us on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jean-Luc, I don't know if we've ever asked you, what's the breakfast order for you? I know you're on the road a lot. You guys are obviously in Winnipeg tonight. Are you trying to keep it healthy on the road, or when you're traveling like that, do the rules not apply and you just go get what you want?
Pretty much whatever I want, but I'm not a big breakfast guy. I'm more of a... I usually wake up and it's water and coffee, and that's pretty much it till probably like lunchtime or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, typically. That's my normal diet, anyway.
Look at that. That's more like you. Tyvis doesn't like to eat in the mornings typically. He says that, and then every morning he's ordering breakfast.
That's not true. I only order breakfast when I'm going to Cleveland because I know that I won't eat until 1. Like if I don't eat on Tuesdays and Thursdays breakfast, I won't eat till 1.
Oh. Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Got to get the breakfast.
And I don't drink coffee, which I don't understand why people drink coffee, but that's a whole nother.
He couldn't play hockey then, right? Because I hear that's like a big thing for all the hockey players. They got to find that coffee, right, Jean-Luc?
Well, it's funny. I didn't drink coffee when I played at the NHL level. Anyway, I didn't start coffee until I actually went to Europe, and obviously in Sweden it was kind of different. When I went there during the lockout, we'd practice in the morning, and then all the guys would go like, "All right, let's go for coffee." And it was just part of their culture there to just go for coffee, and you'd go to a coffee house, sit around, and kind of like have fun with the boys, but literally sitting drinking coffee. And I was like, I need to start drinking coffee, and that's when I really started. And ever since that, I just drink coffee every single day of my life now. So it started when I was a little bit later in my career.
Well, I'm guessing you probably need a little bit of a perk this morning, given that you guys played last night, then tonight, obviously in Winnipeg. This game we could talk about, but let's talk a little bit about last night. Getting the shootout victory looked a little bit familiar, that they gave up the lead, and we thought, oh no, is this going to happen again? But at least they found a way to dig out a shootout win. What's the vibe of the team like this morning getting that victory?
Well, I assume everybody's still sleeping because we arrived around 3. What time was it? Yeah, it was about 3 a.m. Eastern time, and now it's about 6 in the morning here. So the boys are all sleeping, but I will tell you, on the plane, the guys were getting ready for tonight already. You could tell they were tired, and they knew it was going to be a short night of sleep. But it was definitely a big relief to get 2 points in that game. They know this is probably one of the hardest back-to-back you're going to have this year. Having to cross the border, big flight, I think it was like a 2 hours and 45-minute flight. So considering all that travel, they know it's not going to be easy. So it's one of these where, like, you need to win that first game to feel good about yourself, because it could feel like a really tough hill to climb playing into this building who, Winnipeg, they're not off to the start that you typically see from them. I mean, they're still really, really good. They're 11-7 so far this year. But it seems like in the past, especially during the regular season, that Winnipeg is a place that is almost impossible to win at. So the feeling was good, and they're feeling really good about tonight as well.
You know, I was looking in the shootout. We were watching Kent Johnson's goal that he scored, and it was one of those ones that I had to watch at least 25 times because he made the goalie look like he was searching for change, and it made me wonder, who's the toughest person you've seen with the puck? Like, guys got great puck control.
Tyvis, you weren't joking. I mean, Ken Johnson sent Jacob Dolbish right back to the university campus there with that move. It was unbelievable how hard you had him going left or right. So it was an incredible move. I mean, I was in awe. But as far as like one of the best moves, I mean, probably most people remember TJ Oshie, who was it was not necessarily the best move, but he was really lethal on shootout goals. Just because we all remember the Olympic Games when TJ Oshie was basically Captain America because they just kept sending him over and over and he could not fail. But right now, I would say, oh boy, the craziest move, Trevor Zegras. Who's now in Philadelphia, used to be in Anaheim. He's known for his prowess on the shootout. But I will say, yeah, Ken Johnson last night, that was an ankle breaker. There's no doubt about it. But I can't think of a guy that, you know, you're like, oh, my God, you better watch out. Aside from really Trevor Zegras is probably the first name that would come to mind right now.
Well, for KJ, that's probably a good feeling just to, you know, he's been a little up and down this year, so having that moment. Tyvis actually called it earlier and said that, yeah, the goalie looking for change, where he was just patting the ground trying to find, where's my wallet? Where'd the change go? Because he couldn't find it, but a great goal.
Yeah, but it was a big one, too, because I don't know if you guys remember the last game against the Rangers on Saturday, KJ went in the shootout, and it was a very similar move, not as ankle breaking as this one, and he just missed the net. And he had Igor Shesterkin completely beat, and then he just missed the net right. And then last night he clearly did not miss.
Another guy that has been clearly clutch for this team so far this year early on, Kirill Marchenko. We know how talented he is, but now he's doing something historic. He's on a 12-game point streak, one away from tying the record, which he could do tonight. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, individual goals are not the main goal for this team, but that's a special thing that he's a part of right now.
He surely is. And, you know, for Kirill Marchenko, you watch him every single night, and, you know, he's going to pop off the screen for you. 86. It's just, to me, the thing that impresses me even more than the points is really how much of like a relentless worker he is. It's like, every time he's on the ice, he wants the puck, and if he doesn't have it, he's going to do everything in his power to get that puck back. So it's, he's a great example for all the other players, like the younger player on the team that, you know, you look at a guy like even KJ, right, who maybe is not finding success, and he's like, hey, I need to get the puck. Well, go get that puck, right? And when you lose it, fight twice as hard to get it back. I think, to me, if I'm a young player and I'm like, how can I have success? I'm looking at Kirill Marchenko simply because, you know, one thing you can control, I mean, Tyvis, you know, you've played football. The one thing you can control is your effort. Well, Kirill Marchenko, you know, you can never question how hard he's going because it seems like every time he's on the ice, he seems to be the hardest working human on that ice, and that's where his success really starts.
Jean-Luc, we'll be looking forward to watching on the broadcast tonight. We appreciate the time. We'll talk again next week, all right?
All right, guys. Have a great one.
There you go. Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. 2 minutes away. Shedeur Sanders had a rough one on Sunday, and not just on the field. I'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you live in Westerville, a heads up right here. We have a ramp closure that is still going on and will be lasting until Thursday. It's at 270 eastbound ramp to 71 in that northbound direction. Crews will be out and about in those overnight hours as well, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. As for that detour, take 270 eastbound to 71 in that southbound direction instead. That gets you to 161. Once you get there, loop back on to 71, turn back around in that northbound direction where you originally wanted to go. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glexhyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year, ends 12/1.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
The podcast of this show is available wherever you get podcasts, wherever you get audio. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be right there for you, free of charge. You can add it, subscribe to it, like it, whatever your app makes you do so that you get it every single day. Then that way you don't have to think about it. And then as you're scrolling through and you're like, oh, yeah, what are T-Bone and Tyvis talking about? It's right there. You could go back later if you heard something. You said, did they really say a cow was running around on the freeway yesterday? Yes, we did. And we talked about it all in the first hour. We'll talk about it more, I'm sure. But if you missed any of that discussion, it's all there for you on the podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, just search T-Bone and Tyvis and subscribe today. Maybe even leave a comment. Maybe even say how much you like the show, if you do. If you don't, just shut up and go to hell. That's what I would say. Just kidding. Shedeur Sanders, he has not had the greatest start to his NFL career, obviously. 4 of 16, I believe, for 40-some yards in his debut performance, where he showed up in the second half because Dylan Gabriel got a concussion in the Browns game. It didn't look good, and he has a lot of work to do. But there were flashes. Either way, we can have that discussion in a second. Bad news for him was he got home and found out his home had been burglarized. Police said that someone broke into his home during the game. So that's terrible.
It's crazy because the Browns had, like a couple years ago, Genu and Perion Winfrey both got robbed.
Okay.
For like their cars. So like the people in Cleveland, they ruthless. They don't care who you are. They don't care. And y'all ain't winning no game. Oh. they already on fire out there. So yeah, you gotta watch it.
Well, I mean, if Joe Burrow's house can get broken into in Cincinnati, that man's done everything to bring that franchise back.
They found out he was dating some model or had some model at the house.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
aired all his business out.
It's when you're famous and they know that you have a lot of money because you play in the NFL, or they presume you have a lot of money, and they know when you're not going to be home because the schedule's posted. It's not a surprise to me that this is, happening. It's sad that it happens, and it sucks that it happens, but he shouldn't have to go through that. No matter what you think of him as a person or on the field or any of that, no one should have to go through that. So
he got a chance to fix everything.
What's that? How's he going to do that?
Well, they said that he's probably going to be the starter this week because nobody thinks Dylan will clear concussion protocol. They got to hit the dance floor tomorrow. And if he ain't cleared it by today,
they're going to roll.
You got to roll with Shedeur because this is another rookie guy, and Dylan's a rookie himself. It's not like you can't just switch the game plan, or like Dylan just got this great game plan. They're all still learning. So, yeah, and it's funny because one, I predicted that Shedeur would make his start against the Raiders.
Yeah,
which is hilarious that came true, and. Him and Tom Brady had that great relationship, and he felt some type of way that the Raiders didn't draft him. So, and the Raiders are not a good team. If you watched them last night,
oh my gosh,
you saw they're not a good team.
There's something to that whole thing, which I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole right now, but let me just say that if Brian Hartline does end up taking a job as a head coach, which he was interviewing for them last year, maybe this will be the year where he takes one. Maybe Penn State's the job. I don't know. But if he does, if you're Ryan Day, don't you immediately call up Chicago and be like, hey, are you sick and tired of the NFL getting your name run through the mud? Why don't you come back here where we won a national championship and let's just run that back and do that again? But more on that. We can talk about that.
Isn't Chip the highest paid OC in the league?
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I know he makes $6 million.
Good God. Well, that's why you stay in the NFL. I mean, you're going to get paid here. You're not getting $6 million at Ohio State.
I want to ask
break that
Tyvis a question real quick. So obviously,
wrist up.
Obviously, Shedeur, if he starts, he's going to get the full week of practice.
Yes.
But what do you say about the narrative of people like we had Cam Newton say one thing, Trent Dilfer saying another thing about how many reps a backup gets during the course of the year, and if the Browns, quote unquote, sabotaged him by not giving him said reps while he was the number 2 the past month or so.
So the problem with this whole narrative is that people keep forgetting the fact they're both rookies.
Right.
So when you talk about Shedeur not getting reps, no, he's not. First of all, twos barely get reps anyway. It's practice where it's a lot of the times they don't get no reps. When you're talking about a rookie starting quarterback, he got to take every rep. Just mentally watching it ain't good enough. I need him to go through his progressions. I need him to physically take that rep. So therefore, Shedeur wasn't going to get those reps. Now, when you talk all the way back to preseason, maybe you could have dibbled and dabbled and got him some reps with the ones back then. But once the season started, it's only about the ones. Nobody care about no twos. You better pay attention if you a twos. The ones is taking all the reps. So I don't know why everybody's putting this narrative out there it's so shocking that Shedeur didn't get any reps during the season. No, he's not going to. No backup, especially a fifth round pick is getting that. No, it just doesn't happen.
Can I just say, and I know you go up there a few times a week and you go talk. I know you're going to be on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Cam Newton, when Cam Newton said what he said, the only reason that he's heavy Shedeur is because he feels bad. Something happened a year or two ago where he must have said something about Shedeur. He must have said something about Shedeur in the media. So he went to a Colorado game and Shedeur was warming up and he tried to say something to Shedeur. Shedeur kind of get out of my face, bro. You disrespected me type thing. And ever since that happened, he's been, Shedeur is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But he does have the only thing that he said that makes a lot of sense is the fact that Cleveland don't have a lot of weapons when you talk about the offensive line and you talk about the receivers. No, they don't have that. So it's hard to judge any quarterback in this system. But as far as getting in-game experience, that's invaluable.
Can I just say how insane the conversation has gotten around Shedeur Sanders? And I think in part it's because people check in on the radio guys in Cleveland and they see those guys screaming at each other over what is a pathetic organization and 2 backup level quarterbacks at best right now, right? Dylan Gabriel, there are people who want to mince he's technically better than Shedeur. From a statistical perspective, great. Yeah, go hang the banner for that. There's nothing that I've seen from Dylan Gabriel that excites me as a Browns fan. And this is, by the way, someone who watches every single game, which I don't think a lot of the people who are weighing in on this conversation, I don't think a lot of them are watching every single Browns game. Not up in Cleveland, but I'm saying nationally. Do you think Cam Newton has watched every snap of Browns football this year?
Not at all.
No.
Well,
and I don't know.
He should consider himself lucky he hasn't had to do that.
And for sure, a lot of the people who are getting you fired up on Twitter or Facebook or wherever you go to get your, jollies off with all the people yelling about everything, they're not watching all these games either. They're watching for a quarter, a couple highlights, and that's it. They saw Shedeur get sacked twice. They saw him throw the pick, and they said, this dude sucks. I hated him anyway. Not my guy. Here's what I'll tell you. I want whoever the quarterback is in Cleveland to be successful. But I think the way we're talking about this is so insane right now. Regardless of who's in there, it could be Jesus H. Christ back there. They're not winning games right now because the rest of this organization is trash. They need to clean house. Other than Myles Garrett, he can stay. Everybody else, your job's on the line, right? I'm just saying, with what I'm seeing from Shedeur, everyone now is saying, oh, man, if he had gotten reps. They drafted 2 rookie quarterbacks. They signed 2 free agent quarterbacks. They had 4 quarterbacks in the building. Do I think that they've given Shedeur Sanders the preparation that you would give the future of a franchise quarterback? Well, of course not. So, if they drafted him 2nd overall, then they would have probably given him a lot more prep. What they did was they drafted a guy 3rd round, they drafted another guy 5th round, and then they prepared both those guys as rookies and given them a competition that made no sense from the start. So yes, all of this doesn't make sense. It's not a giant conspiracy against Shedeur Sanders. It's also not he's trash and can never play in the league. It's somewhere in between that.
So I was listening to the Cleveland show yesterday, and Jason was making this point.
Jason who?
Jason Lloyd.
Thank you.
Jason Lloyd was making this point about how none of the quarterbacks in this draft aren't good. None of the quarterbacks from this past year.
2026?
No, 25.
Last year.
25.
Okay.
He's like, none of them are really that good. He said because obviously they said Cam Ward was the best, and he's not doing well. And then everybody's like, well, what about Jackson Dart? He said, well, Jackson Dart is doing well, but we don't know how it's going to end with him. So he was saying basically, when you look at this draft class, the Browns probably felt none of these guys were a franchise quarterback. So the argument would be then, why would you take 2 in the 3rd and the 5th? Like if you thought none of these guys
know the
were
answer to that
franchise
question
guys,
because they're stupid and there's no plan. That's why. That's what bad organizations do is they go, well, maybe if we draft 2 of them, one of them will turn into a lottery ticket. And so far, neither of the lottery tickets have hit. So now we're talking about how do you turn the lottery ticket into a 401k? And it doesn't work like that. You have to actually put in and invest in a 401k for it to work. That's my problem. Instead, the Browns are like, why did this lottery ticket not pan out?
Let me ask you this.
Because you didn't invest, because you're not doing anything to make that grow.
If the Browns went the entire draft and didn't select a quarterback, would you have said something?
Yeah, of course I would.
So I think that's why they took 1.
No, but they didn't take 1. They took 2 and brought in 2 free agents. And then both of those guys, one of which they traded before the season even started, one of which is a guy that they traded during the season. And both those guys were, at best, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, are just the guys for 4 to 6 games. They're not built and planned around those guys. They drafted 2 guys and are shocked that everyone has questions about why isn't this guy starting over that guy. It's the dumbest situation. I swear to God, if you were programming Cleveland sports media or NFL sports media or sports talk radio here in Columbus, and you said, what's the ideal situation to get people talking about this dumbass team? It's probably going to win 4 games this year. The answer would be have them draft 2 quarterbacks, one of whom has a huge YouTube following, and then let that fight out in the media all season long, because that's the only thing that's going to be worth talking about with this crap-ass team. There is nothing that the Browns give you to talk about other than this dumb competition that seems to be set up for radio and TV ratings and literally nothing else. The boring franchises don't get talked about because they draft guys, they develop them, and they go out and win 9 to 11 games every year. And then playoff time, we have our debates about, is this guy a winner? Can he get the job done? But, there's no drama around those guys right now. You're just watching them go out and be efficient and make plays and win games. Bo Nix right now is mostly getting the job done in Denver. It's largely low drama there. It will be drama when playoff time comes. It's not drama now. That's reserved for the Browns. That's reserved for all the dumb teams. And also we get our drama again in April. When we do combine stuff and all the draft stuff, we get back to that around the draft. We'll have that drama too. So.
All I know is it's wrist up.
What a stupid organization.
Wrist up.
I'm mad, so I'm going to change gears. We're going to totally switch topics. I saw some news that made me hungry, and we're going to talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, and hey, welcome to your Tuesday. We are seeing traffic, unfortunately, really start to build for our friends. If you're passing Grove City and heading downtown this morning, a live look at that 71 northbound direction by Green Lawn Avenue, noticing some slower break times out there. But we also see the worst of it happening for Canal Winchester this morning, especially by 33 westbound Agenda Road, dropping down to 16 miles per hour for your travel times on this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Truck drivers, wherever you want to take your driving career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers can choose from dedicated, intermodal, dry van, and tanker options. Don't wait to upgrade your career before the new year. Search jobs and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've got a problem at Pella.
I like where this is going.
Because of Pella's reputation and quality, a lot of folks assume that we're out of budget.
Oh, that's too... Oh, I hate here.
But we've actually got 5 awesome window lines that fit any budget, from the $300,000 to the $3 million home, and far from the most expensive.
So you actually don't have a problem. Awesome.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
When you're building a nursery school, elementary school, charter school, high school, vocational school, or jiu-jitsu school, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus, you can count on us to get you the right equipment at the right price right now. No matter what you got going in or going up. All powered by people. For equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. No wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and our Black Friday sales event starts now. Lease a 2026 Toyota Corolla LE for only $199 a month for 39 months, now through December 1st at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Visit our website, TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky. $36.99 due at sighting with approved credit, tax title, and $387 dock fee not included. No security deposit required.
Toyota. Take Tansky.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. A lot of discussion there about the Shedeur Sanders. I don't know what to say. Debacle. I don't know. It's just that it's this whole Browns quarterback situation is just stupid. But yeah, a lot of discussion there about just how You put when you multiple people saying, and this is right. I don't have one of them necessarily pulled up because it keeps moving with all the tweets or all the posts. But like, if you draft 2 quarterbacks, you should have drafted none because you didn't believe in either of them in the first place. And I don't have an argument for that. I really don't. That was Prince Mario Descarbo, by the way. One of the people saying that in the chat. Just you really don't have anybody that you were interested in. And that's what I feel like the Browns' plan was just we don't have one. So let's just throw it at the wall.
Everybody wanted them to take a quarterback at some point. And everybody was like, well, you got the number 2 pick. You got to take a quarterback. You got to take a quarterback. So in their eyes, they probably looked at it like they were moved. At that point, at that time of the draft, it was only 2 people on their roster, right? It was Kenny Pickett had been there for the longest. They traded the 5th-round pick, and then they just signed Joe Flacco, like maybe a week before the draft, I want to say.
Yeah.
So that to me means that, one, they thought Kenny Pickett would be their starter. And the Joe Flacco thing was probably just there just in case. Just in case Kenny ain't what we think he is, we know we can win with Joe. And we're going to draft 1 quarterback and had a young guy. So we're going to have, essentially, I think they wanted to go Kenny and whatever the young quarterback was. That obviously they went with Dylan.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened because they said that they were out of the quarterback market day 2 of the draft. And day 3 of the draft, they drafted another quarterback.
Stupid.
So
it's
me,
because there's no plan.
But this is, I keep telling everybody, to me, and it might sound dumb to a lot of people, and people in the front office out there might be like, why would you say something crazy like that? Well, I just think that, one, everybody knew this season wouldn't be good, right? They were projected to win 4 games this season. How is we going to sell tickets?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care.
You got this kid that's got this huge following. It's this YouTube.
Well, then they get what they deserve.
They got the number 1 selling rookie jersey, and he's a 3rd-string quarterback. If we put him, if this thing goes south.
I told you, they did this. They did this for clicks and talks and all that stuff. They didn't do it to win football games.
If this thing goes south and we start this kid, people going to come to the game, and the national media is going to talk about it.
I don't.
It was a marketing genius plan.
Don't get me.
I'm sorry.
I see the ceiling for him as being much higher than Dylan Gabriel. I actually already am more excited about him as a quarterback than Dylan Gabriel because he actually looks like he can throw the ball down the field. He can see over the offensive line. That seems like a plus. Just out of nowhere, that seems like something you should think about. But more than that, he's going to take time to develop. They have done a terrible job developing him because they drafted another guy and had 2 other guys they thought were going to start. There was no plan there. It just feels like, to your point, they did it to get Instagram likes. They did it to get people talking on all the talk shows up there.
Jimmy Haslam is a multi-billionaire for a reason.
What's the other reason they would be talking about the Browns on ESPN right now? But he was on the screen as much as anything yesterday. But we got on Monday after a Sunday of football games, a bunch of stuff happened. I saw his picture up there as much as I saw anybody else's, and that's
it's the number 1 talking point off this past weekend.
Congrats.
It's going to be the number 1 talking point when they announce him as the starter for this upcoming week.
I like
and if he wins this game, if he wins this game, it's going to be the number 1. Then the next thing is, why do we need to see Dylan Gabriel again? Well, you might as well just keep Shador in there. Yeah. Now that whole debate is going to happen. It gives you content as radio
I just
people.
Don't know why.
We are thrilled.
I am thrilled. I just don't know why the Browns are like, yes, this is our purpose now in life, is to give, Ken Carman something to talk about up in Cleveland, as opposed to let's actually win football games. What about that? I think everybody would enjoy that. I saw some news that made me hungry, so here it is. Chick-fil-A, they're trying out a new sandwich, chicken and waffles. Now, why it took them this long to figure out that they make chicken, they do breakfast, chicken and waffles is the thing people like, and you can serve that all day. It doesn't just have to be a breakfast sandwich. They are doing one of each. Chicken and waffles breakfast sandwich and a chicken and waffles sandwich. Now, here's my problem. They're testing it starting December 1st through January 24th. So this is almost a 2-month trial.
Does it come with syrup?
It comes with, it looks like it's served with some kind of sauce. It does kind of look like that would be syrup, but
it better be syrup.
I mean, that would make sense. Sure. You should be syrup, of course. Here's the thing. One, the breakfast sandwich looks smaller than the regular sandwich, which
that bothers you.
Just make a sandwich and say it's served all day and it's huge, and that'll be fine.
So because it's smaller than the regular, that bothers you?
Not all the time, but when it comes to breakfast sandwiches, yeah, sometimes smaller than the regular is fine. Other times, I'm just saying it's not. I'm not always a fan of it. But here's the problem I have. It's only going to be available in Baltimore and San Antonio.
Well, it should go. I'm sure it should test well, so then it should expand, right?
And they're going to do a 2-month test in 2 markets. So if you want to go to, I guess, Baltimore, maybe we could take the show on the road. That's the closest one for us. Maybe go out there and go to a Baltimore Chick-fil-A location and go try these sandwiches. I would love to do that, but I'm guessing we won't get to.
I wish the tailgate show was going to Maryland or in December. I'd be like,
yeah, you wouldn't have. Yeah, if you could get out there, that's a reason to go. It's not above me. I may just go buy a plane ticket, go out there, get to a Chick-fil-A, hop right back in the airport. Maybe they have a Chick-fil-A in the airport that's doing that. I don't even have to leave. Just get a flight, go there, eat the sandwich, fly back.
You know, if you're those people that's like travel, like man versus food, like that type of stuff. Do you think they work out a lot? They have to, right?
Oh, the dude who did Man versus Food put on a bunch of weight.
Have you seen Guy Fieri?
I have not seen him lately.
He's not exactly
You
jacked.
would have to work out. Like,
I'm sure you do.
If you're going to be what they call a foodie, you better be running and lifted.
You could just be a fat person.
There's either one. Yeah. All I know is I want to go try this sandwich because it sounds good. And I don't know why it took that long for Chick-fil-A to figure out you should make a chicken and waffle sandwich. But it has chicken, bacon on it. Why
they keep doing this bacon thing?
Tyvis.
Because bacon is good for me.
It's a breakfast thing. It's an all-day thing, apparently, but bacon is great. Put bacon on the chicken, put some syrup on there. Count me in.
Put it to the side.
You eat that with a knife and fork, or are you going to just grab it with your hands with the syrup
It's
on
a sandwich. You're supposed to.
But it's syrup. So? I would cut because I don't want to get the syrup all over my hands. That's sticky. It's going to be there all day.
No.
Wash your hands. It still doesn't feel like it comes off.
You pick that thing up and you eat.
All right. That's fine. Well, we'll have to go get one and try.
I can put it what I want when I want.
That's right. Whoever said that, genius. Ohio State has been recruiting their asses off. We'll tell you about all the recruiting wins for OSU next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, hey, another reminder for our friends in Delaware County, really just north of the city. We are seeing some lane closures on 23 in both directions. So we're talking north and south of State Route 229. And that is happening until Thursday. Still going on right now in these daytime hours, too. Check this out, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Crew members are out and about. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Picture it, your holiday table. The family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold.
Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Together to serve you better.
Hey Columbus, keep your business running smooth with the Door Company of Ohio. Experts in commercial doors and repairs. Call us at 614-338-1414. The Door Company of Ohio. Your doors, our service.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime at Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly.
Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
It's the John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Black Friday event. This is Justin Hinderer. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 Ram 1500s, plus no payments for 90 days. At John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just north of our Honda store on Route 79 in Heath, or HindererCDJR.com. John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We love what moves you.
In stock only, must finance with SFS. See dealer for details. Ends 12/125.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Monday Night Football featured a matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdowns in what was the first game for Dallas since the death of defensive end Marshawn Nealon. The Cowboys paid tribute to Nealon with a 33-16 victory over the Raiders. The Columbus Blue Jackets played host to the visiting Montreal Canadians. The Jackets went to a shootout for a second game in a row, but they were able to pull this game out against the Habs 4-3. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers were at home against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. However, Giannis left the game early due to injury, and the Cavs were able to get past the Bucks 118-106. Donovan Mitchell had 37 points in the victory. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can check out Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon. They'll have at 11:30 scheduled time for Shelley Time with Jody Shelley. He obviously was on yesterday, too. Back-to-back for the Jackets tonight. They win in overtime last night, or in the shootout, rather. Got past the overtime. Still got the victory, though, so we'll take the 2 points. They headed up to Winnipeg last night. They are in Winnipeg taking on the Jets tonight. That one, I believe the start time, if I'm not mistaken, is 7:30 for coverage, 8 o'clock puck drop, because they're an hour behind Central Time. So we have all that right here on The Fan.
I need to take the time to teach you this. Yes, the puck drops at 8 o'clock. Remember when we were talking earlier about spitting?
Uh-huh. And Jamar Chase getting suspended for a game for spitting in Jalen Ramsey's face.
Yes, and I told you, and you brought up the scenario that it's the Super Bowl and or the national championship and all of that.
Well, you had said if it's about more than the game at that point,
Correct.
I'm going to go to jail for someone spitting in my face. And I said, yeah, but what if you get thrown out of like a national championship game or something?
I need to take this time to teach you this term.
Okay.
In the urban community, what that is called crashing out.
That's not what.
Meaning.
Meaning. You don't get to just be like, oh, I don't know if you've heard this term.
Meaning.
In the
that
urban,
nothing matters in that moment. I don't care about anything else in life in that moment. That is called crashing out. So if somebody spits on me, I will be doing what they call crashing out.
I just want to point out that was one. There are plenty of terms. Like when you told me about the blickadoo, like that was one. I had no concept of what the blickadoo was or up in the blick or any of that. When you say crashing out, though, like that one has crossed over.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like
mainstream.
I feel like that's me saying, like, Tyvis, you ever heard this term? It's a term in our community called freaking out.
Like this, just want you to know. It might be people that's in the car driving or people on YouTube that's like, oh, I never knew crashing out.
You know what's funny,
I'm about to crash out.
To be fair, I don't know if I would have known that term. It's my kids. Because now the kids go home and they're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so was crashing out today. And it's because they're just losing their mind. And that's exactly what it is. I'm just saying you don't want to, I wouldn't want to crash out if I were in a national championship or a Super Bowl or something like that. I don't care what the guy does. I want to stay in that game and try to win. That's all. I get where you're coming from.
You don't trust your teammates?
It's not about that. I want to play in the game. If I were in that spot.
You did.
But then if you lose and it's like, yeah, star player got himself thrown out of the game because someone spit on him and he couldn't control himself.
Spit on that thing.
That's right. That girl would get you thrown out of a game.
You know what they said? No, she wouldn't do that. She might leave you mesmerized.
What was that?
Because if everybody forgets, the week before, he stroked a dude with his hands. I mean, like, made him leave the game.
Made him leave the game. Just point out. You may have to leave the game. That's all I know. All right. Do we want to switch to recruiting or do we want to keep talking about spitting on people? It's your call. Whichever one you want to do.
Let's talk some with the Buckeyes.
All right. 3 different 2026 recruits. We're getting close on that recruiting class now. It's starting to come together. But I saw that the composite rankings, they redid their rankings and kind of adjusted it for, I'm guessing now that high school football season is largely over. A lot of these guys' seasons have ended across the country. They're now redoing their rankings based on what those players have done. And probably also, we know this with recruiting, sometimes it matters where you're going to school. Suddenly they bump you up a little bit or whatever the case. Anyway, Ohio State has now 3 guys in the next class who are rated number 1 at their position in the country.
Really?
Yeah. So
no wide receiver.
Chris Henry Jr., wide receiver. Remember they just flipped that dude who I think was going to Florida State, Jay Timmons? Flipped him last week or the week before.
He plays safety, but I think they want to make corner.
They've listed him as a corner. He is listed now as the number 1 corner in the country. 5-star kid.
Yeah, on what site?
It was on Rivals where they redid this.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
They
redid their top 300. They're like their 300 best guys, and he was number 1 in that position. And then Kari Wilder, who is the defensive lineman that they have, he is also rated 5-star guy as the number 1 guy in the class. So just saying, that's a pretty good deal right there. Then you add in the flips. We had Dre Quinn, who flipped from Clemson over the weekend, 4-star defensive end from Buford, Georgia. Isn't Buford where they have that?
That's where they
$60 million stadium.
Yes,
it's built,
it is.
And it's crazy. It looks like a college stadium.
That's where Edric Houston is right there.
Well, then he may know Dre Quinn. Dre Quinn is a defensive end from Buford, Georgia, 4-star guy. They flipped him from Clemson last week. And Nick Lauder, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, Lautar. He was a Louisville recruit, 3-star tight end from Lebanon, Ohio. Now going to go join up with the Buckeyes. So they added another tight end there. I believe their class is not top 5 yet, but it's close.
It's on 24/7. They're 6.
Okay. That's the composite ranking.
USC's 1, Georgia's 2, Bama's 3, Notre Dame's 4, Oregon's 5, Ohio State 6.
I mean, that's where I would like to see them be slightly higher, but that usually is all subjective.
They usually finish as a top 5 class.
Okay. What I'm saying is you're in the mix with all the schools you should be. And if you get 1 or 2 more recruits to flip or 1 or 2 guys commit that are still hanging out there, whatever, yeah, like this is still probably going to be a top 5 class. Never mind, you can go out in the transfer portal. Although we should talk about the transfer portal. How'd that work out for the Buckeyes this year? obviously the season's not over. Still got pretty much like a half a season left if you hope the Buckeyes are going to do what they're going to do. But
did we get any big time additions with Phillip Daniels?
Well, we added him, and he's been okay. But remember who's the lineman, Onianwa, that they added in? That's like been basically non-existent, right? Max Clare's been fine.
That's probably the most noteworthy one.
Max Clare and Bo Atkinson.
And
right.
Again, Bo Atkinson. How often do you hear his name?
Not a lot.
Now, season's still not over. Those guys could all change their stories. I'm just saying, like, C.J. Donaldson's fine, but no one would sit there and say, oh, my God, you found the greatest running back in the transfer portal.
I think we need him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like,
it's hard to hit a home run twice. I mean, last year they hit a home run when they got Quinshine and Will Howard.
Absolutely. And all I'm trying to make the point is that the transfer portal is something that Ohio State, I'm sure, will be very active in again. I'm sure there will also be a lot of internal recruiting to keep all the guys here that are going to get offers to go elsewhere that they want to retain. But the transfer portal is not just Ohio State can go out there and get 5 or 6 dudes who are going to be guaranteed to fill spots. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That's why you need the high school recruiting is still a vital component to all this, is all I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to think of what spots they're going to need. They might got to look in the portal. Maybe a safety spot because you have Jalen McClain. Caleb Downs is going to be gone. So behind him is it Malik Harford, who's redshirting this year?
Yeah, they're trying to redshirt him. Yeah.
So maybe that's if he's not up to it, maybe you have to look for a safety.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm just talking like this recruiting class being
the whole
where it needs to be
is leaving this year.
You're going to have and they had to fill a lot of holes last year on the defensive line.
Well, not the whole D line. I think
no,
Edric is still going to be here.
Yeah, but you get the point. Like there were a decent amount of guys they had to replace last year. Everyone had questions about the defensive line. So far, it's been pretty good. I mean, I don't have a lot of complaints about the defensive line this year. But to your point, you're going to have to fill some holes there again, probably. So doing that, the high school route is obviously the normal way we're used to doing that. But you also have the transfer portal. And now with this limited transfer portal window, like we said last year, it was a mixed bag at best. Some of the guys came in, have hit. Most of them, I think, have been a little underwhelming. There's still time for some of those guys, right? A lot of the dudes they got to transfer last year still have time on the clock. They're still probably, if this coaching staff believes in them, probably still going to want to keep those guys around and develop them a bit. But I'm just saying now you're going to have, what is it, during the season when you're going into the playoffs, you're in the playoffs, you're possibly in the championship game. And now you've got that little window that they can sign all these guys in. It's not built for teams that are going to be in the Final Four or the championship game. So
maybe that's the point. It's kind of like the draft. Like y'all already good, so we trying to help the other teams get better.
Sure. But I'm just saying Ohio State can't rely on just the transfer portal to fix these. You have to fill most of this with your high school recruiting. So it is still a big deal. So good to see Ohio State's doing great in that regard. We come back. The Cowboys rolled last night of Monday Night Football. Could that be a good thing for the Buckeyes? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, we have a lot of people heading out the door right now, and of course that is matching with some traffic in congested areas this morning. Starting over on our west side, a live look at that 70 and 270 intersection this morning, particularly 70 in that eastbound direction heading downtown. Really slow out there. Also for our folks on the east side, looking at you, Gahanna, and even by the airport, 270 southbound looking pretty slow as well, but really drops on 670 westbound towards the city, looking at 15 miles per hour for your travel times this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Right now, save on new Santa Fe and Tucson's with 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with approved credit ends 12/1.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of our specialties here at Pella Wilson is getting rid of old, smaller windows with no view and replacing them with huge, beautiful windows that can change the look and feel of your home.
We tried that once, but we cut the hole a bit too big, so we had to put in a garage door instead in their dining room.
Wilson.
Didn't improve the view, but they do have a drive-through now, so you're welcome, Gruball family.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a refreshing mountain dew. So give me my goodness. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Celebrate in style at Diamond Seller's Holiday Gala. From December 4th through the 6th, discover the season's most sought-after jewelry and timepieces with up to 25% off the brands you know and love. Enjoy 3 days of unforgettable finds, spectacular diamonds, renowned fashion brands, and world-class watches all under one roof. Enjoy up to 25% off at Diamond Seller's Holiday Gala, December 4th through the 6th at our Salmo Road and Easton locations. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Common Man has hosted shows with radio royalty, Spielman, Tor, T-Bone, just to name a few. So listen to his new show with Timmy Hall. If man can pull this one off, he's a miracle worker. Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Give yourself plenty of time this morning as there could be some slick spots due to some rain and even a little bit of a wintry mix developing for the morning commute. Otherwise, it turns into all rain as we head into the day today with temperatures getting into the mid-40s. For tonight, rain eventually tapers off overnight with lows down into the 30s and then a drier and milder Wednesday with highs in the 50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Monday starts up a pretty big week. Gobble, gobble, and all that crap. Let's focus on what really matters. Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
The Fan. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
I think Demidov will be the next shooter for the Montreal Canadiens. Demidov angles hard to the right. Top of the right wing circle. Comes in with pretty good speed. Holds, shoots. The save is made. And I got 2 words for you. Game over.
Jackets get it done. Shootout victory last night. That was Jack Greaves' final say. Bob McElligott on the call. Of course, you can hear that tonight right here on The Fan. They are in Winnipeg taking on the Jets. That'll be coverage starting at 7:30. Puck drop at 8 right here on The Fan. Nice win for the Jackets, but obviously don't give away the lead, and you just get the 2 points to get out of there earlier. Gave up the game-tying goal with like a minute 33 to go. Cannot keep making that a habit for this Jackets team. So Cowboys last night, Monday Night Football, they got the job done. Was it 33-16, I feel like was the final score? Something to that effect.
Something like that.
It was.
George Pickens was exciting.
Didn't they?
They
Pickens
benched
and CeeDee Lamb both got benched
in the first drive.
Right, which it was funny because I think people put 2 and 2 together on that and said, the game's in Vegas. They probably got out there a day or two before. Perhaps a little fun was had in Vegas and maybe a meeting was missed or whatever. Who knows? Maybe somebody missed curfew. Don't know how that worked.
I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever that is, they need to continue to bench him for the first series because George Pickens had 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown, and CeeDee Lamb had 5 for 66 and a touchdown. So what can you really say to them?
Nothing. They had 21 points in the second quarter, and that pretty much sealed the game away for the Cowboys as they roll 33-16 over the Raiders, who now Raiders 2-8.
The Raiders. So it's the battle of the 2-8s next week or this Sunday.
That's real exciting. Let's put that on Sunday Night Football. That's what people want to see.
I'm a degenerate and have looked at the line already.
Did you? You gotta stop.
And the Raiders are a 3-point favorite.
Wow. That's, you know what? Fine.
Well, the over-under of this game is 36.
That's as low as it gets.
And you know what? I would take the under. I don't believe in either of these offenses.
You can't scare me. I tell Vegas, you're not going to scare me.
Despite what you saw last night from the Raiders defense, I think the Raiders will get after the quarterback for the Browns, whoever that is. Probably going to be Shador starting again. Mary Kay Cabot said yesterday that is 99% the plan. Dylan Gabriel probably not clearing protocol. And
he'd have to clear it today, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so they're 80-90% of the guys, when they go in the protocol, they're in it for more than just a couple days. So, it's going to take
it's like a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Yep.
Some people longer, depending on how many concussions you had.
We've already done the Shador discussion. If you want to go listen to 3 hours of that,
means go get your watch out for Sunday.
Here's what I'll say, though. Looking back to, the Raiders with Chip Kelly, we thought they were going to have a slightly better offense this year than they've had.
That's because Geno ain't... Pete Carroll actually, under normal circumstances, he would be on the hot seat because... He traded for Geno and then paid him. Paid him the money. Because I think they wanted Sam Darnold, I want to say. And they ended up saying, no, we're just going to trade for Geno and pay him. And, it's I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kenneth Pickett versus Shador
Boy,
Sanders.
That would be something, right? The Browns just staring at the guy they had and traded away and the guy that they drafted. That would be half the guys who they had in camp to play quarterback this year, which is insane to think of. But, Chip Kelly with the Buckeyes could be a thing in the future, possibly. Would you want to see that if, let's say, it doesn't keep working out there in Las Vegas? I almost said Oakland because my brain took a second.
I'm assuming Brian Hartline won't be here.
Well,
in this scenario.
I have no inside information on that, obviously. I am looking at this purely from the standpoint that last year he interviewed for the West Virginia job. And if that job was enticing enough to him, look at all the jobs that are out there. Now, maybe
it has to be mutual.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, if there's interest by some of these parties, and clearly it seems like there is, if nothing else because they know that Brian Hartline can recruit, and that is a huge part of the game nowadays, I could understand if a school like Penn State said, do we want to give Brian Hartline a shot as a first-time head coach when he's barely been a coordinator? We'd rather hire a coordinator who's been doing that for a few years. But the recruiting prowess is going to be hard to ignore from Brian Hartline. So I don't know if it's going to be Penn State or somewhere else. What I'm saying is, if there's a chance Brian Hartline is gone this year, who would you want to go and have run the offense next year?
Chip Kelly. You take
Chip Kelly's available. I'm just saying it may work out.
The good news is that it won't be that big of a deal because worst case scenario, Ryan Day calls plays again.
Right.
We'll be fine.
But what we have seen is executive CEO Ryan Day, I think, is the role he is suited for, right? More than the day-to-day play caller of this team. I think having someone he trusts to run that, if it's Brian Hartline, if it's someone else there that's on staff, or if next year, if that spot opens up and it becomes a guy like Chip Kelly again, I don't think that's a bad thing to have Ryan Day still being the CEO because you've seen how much better when he can just focus on the entire team. Look at how the defense turned last year. Look, obviously this year now with Matt Patricia, you've got that.
That's what you want as a head coach is to have a guy that you trust on both coordinators, so you don't have to worry about it. You can put your focus on other things. But I'm saying worst case scenario, if they did lose Hartline, and we it wouldn't be the end of the world for like us as offense goes. Like I think they'd still be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, to be clear, terribly worried about it under any circumstance. The options exist to be great, no matter what.
I feel like Harline will be here.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
if he's going to be here or not. I'm not as confident than you on that. I think if he is going to look at jobs and they're open, then we have to think about who the options are if he goes.
Here's what you have to look at, though. Not only the jobs that are open, but the jobs that are going to open after those jobs get filled.
Sure.
Brian Hartline can easily fill one of those. That's what's the beauty of the coaching carousel.
And a lot of those jobs are better, than West Virginia.
Right.
So I'm saying if he was interested in that job last year, stands to reason he might be interested again. And maybe this time that happens. I'm just saying you have to think of contingency plans. I'm sure Ryan Day's not opposed to thinking about that in his head and going, well, if that happens, who would I call? You'd think the guy who mentored him and who helped him win a national championship last year as a coordinator would be top of his list if it's not going well in Las Vegas. Going back to something we started talking about earlier in the show and we didn't really finish on, Lane Kiffin, the situation around him, if you've not been paying attention, they're on a bye this week, right, Dylan? Ole Miss? Are they bye week this week, or do they just have one?
I think they have the bye week, and then they play the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, they have one more. They have one more regular season game. They play the rivalry game. Okay, so this bye week apparently has been very productive for Lane Kiffin because his family has been seen on a private jet that landed in Baton Rouge. They exited the plane, and it was photographed. People were like, oh, there you go. There's Lane Kiffin's family right there.
Is that really what happened?
Yes, they had people staking out the airport to the point that when they came back from whatever they were doing in Baton Rouge, presumably looking at houses and or talking to the people at LSU, they then pulled the plane into the hangar so that you couldn't see, so the car could then drive in the hangar. You couldn't see who was getting out of the car, getting on the plane, and then the plane flew back to wherever it flew back to. That another private jet was seen landing in Gainesville, and apparently his family was seen there too. So they are taking this week to kind of weigh their options.
He doing what he's supposed to do.
Well, supposedly he wasn't on either of these trips, but his family was. So clearly it looks like they're kind of doing their reconnaissance on where would we live? Would we want to live in either of these places? And if so, how much money is everybody going to get? Lane Kiffin is leaning into this. Because on Twitter this morning, 2 hours ago, he tweeted out a picture of a page of a book. And he tweeted it with this caption. It says, "Have the best Tuesday, everyone." And then it says 10-1, Ole Miss football is tagged. The page in the book basically says, when making a big decision, you have to think about what would 90-year-old you say is the right call. Interview 90-year-old you and then make the decision he would make. Also, if you can't determine it from that, write out the pros and the cons and make a list. It's very simple advice, but he tweeted this out about making a big decision, knowing full well what's going to happen is he's going to break the internet, which apparently he did because now Twitter's been wonky ever since he tweeted this. So maybe he is responsible for breaking Twitter/X today. But yeah, he's just leaned into all this.
He tweeted something cryptic yesterday too, and the reports are that Ole Miss has given him an ultimatum.
Good.
What does that do? I feel like Ole Miss has no power in this situation to give him an ultimatum. What are they going to do? The rankings could come out today, and Ole Miss can easily be in the top 5 of the CFP, on track to have a home game in the playoff. What are you going to do? Fire your coach?
Right.
Yes. Are you going to tell him to go away?
Because
send a message.
That's
what,
different
are you scared? Fire him.
If I'm them, I'd be scared. I'd be very scared.
Yeah, but This, by the way, for Lane Kiffin, I think people are just ignoring where it's like, well, is he going to go to Florida or is he going to go to LSU? I understand both of those are bigger jobs than Ole Miss. Both of those teams are not going to the playoffs this year. And did I miss it? Did LSU go last year and I forgot? Did Florida make it last year and I forgot? They haven't been since the 12-team playoff expanded, and they're not obviously going this year. He has been he's had his team in the discussion last year for it. They're probably, assuming they don't blow up against Mississippi State, they'll be in it this year. Are you, as a coach, looking at, I'm going to leave the thing I built where we're in the playoff, and now I got to go somewhere with much bigger resources? I still think he's leaving. But I'm saying it's not a foregone conclusion. I don't think it's 0% chance he stays at Ole Miss. He may have to think about having a run at Ole Miss and do what you do there. And if they go, inexplicably go win the national championship, do you then leave or do you just say, I'm staying? I mean,
do you know where
it's a crazy situation to be in right now because Ole Miss has no power, to Dylan's point. What are they going to do? Tell him he can't coach in the Egg Bowl? No, they're not going to do that.
I'm looking at the recruiting classes, and right now currently for 26, the LSU is at 12, Florida is at 13.
Okay.
So then I went and looked at 25 because I'm trying to see which one got the better roster.
Where's Ole Miss, by the way?
Letting this year's recruiter?
Yeah. Are they above those two schools?
Ole Miss. No. Ole Miss is 20th.
Okay. So they're already ahead, those other two schools. And I don't doubt that that's the case, but it doesn't matter the last few years.
Last year, Florida had a top 7 and finished 7th in recruiting, and LSU finished 10th.
And what have they done with those rosters?
Ole Miss was 16th.
Nothing. Yeah, right. I'm saying he's doing more with less. Surely when he gets there.
He's going to Gainesville.
Oh, is that what you think? Because they have the slightly higher recruiting class?
I think Lane is a bag guy. I think he's just starting a bidding war between the three schools.
That's what he should do.
Of course he is.
Whoever pays him the most.
As he should.
Yeah. And the second one of them starts to maybe waver a little bit, he's just going to pour it on at the other schools and be like, I really he'll tweet out something. If Florida's I don't know if we can pay you that much, he's going to be like, you know what? Purple and gold today. Will just be he'll just tweet out a king cake or something from Mardi Gras. And then they'll be like, never mind, Florida, we're back in. Here's more money. That's how he's going to play this 100%. But in the meantime, he's got a team that's going to probably be in the college football playoffs. And that's just a weird situation. We yell at recruits or players last year when Bo Pribula with Penn State was like, sorry, peace out. I know you're in the playoffs, but I got to do what's best for me. You could see a coach do that this year, which is insanity to me. All right, we'll come back. 2 minutes away. I've got some audio to play from you from an absolute loser. Dylan, I think, disagrees with me on this, but I think he's a loser. We'll find out what Tyvis thinks next. 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Happy Tuesday. Well, for our friends who live on the north side, I want to talk about an ongoing ramp closure in your area. It's happening on 270, that westbound ramp to 71 in that northbound direction. It will be lasting, though, until Wednesday. One more day, folks. In these overnight hours, though, crew members will still be on scene. That's 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. tonight. So as for this detour here, taking 270 westbound instead to 71 southbound that direction. That gets you to 161. Once you get there, get off and loop back onto 71 in that northbound direction instead. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and tax credits up to $3,200. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
It's a great feeling doing business with John Hinderer Honda.
It's Happy Honda Days at John Hinderer Honda. Lease a 2026 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport for $199 a month for 36 months. Visit HindererHonda.com. Buy a vehicle and we'll donate a Thanksgiving dinner to a local family in need.
Tax, title, and registration extra 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents per mile. Over restrictions apply. See deal for details. Offer ends 12/1/25.
It's a great feeling doing business with John Hinderer Honda.
At Meijer, we're working hard to make this year's Thanksgiving a good deal better. Meijer frozen turkey is just 39 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. Save even more with Meijer brand hot deals all season long. Like Meijer cut green beans and whole kernel corn, just 49 cents a can. Meijer turkey stuffing mix is 99 cents. And cans of both Meijer cranberry sauce and pure pumpkin are just $1.09 each. Delicious deals and a Thanksgiving meal to remember. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra bringing their Ghosts of Christmas Eve tour to Nationwide Arena Tuesday, December 23rd. Winner gets a family 4-pack of tickets right now. 7th caller, 614-821-9710. The 7th caller at that number gets those tickets. If you don't win them, tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster.com or How about this? Tomorrow morning at 6:30, I'll have another shot for you to win these tickets. How about that? So good luck to the 7th caller.
Man of the people.
TSO, baby. It's Christmas time. It's like a Christmas tradition, holiday tradition. They play a lot of like metal and orchestra music. It's all themed around the holidays. So pretty good stuff there.
Lane Kiffin really broke Twitter, man.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, Twitter's been down. It's weird. You tried to send me something in the DMs, and I couldn't even open it because it's just not been working right today. But yeah, Lane Kiffin, we'll see where he goes. That whole situation is bizarre to me. We're going to stay in the SEC for this one because Steve Sarkisian got asked a question, which I believe you'll hear in this quote. We basically got asked, Texas now has lost 3 games. They have a very outside shot of making the playoffs. But to me, I don't think a 3-loss team should be getting into the playoffs. And I'm sorry. You know what? Give me group of 5 teams. I don't care. You lost 3 games. I don't have any sympathy for any team that loses 3 games. Bama last year, this stupid Texas team this year. Sorry that you suck. I don't know what. Don't lose to Florida. There's your problem right there. It's not that you lost to Ohio State or that you lost this past weekend. It's that you've lost these other games. That's the Florida game's what matters to me. But Steve Sarkisian was asked about the down season, the disappointing season, and he did not like that question.
What would you say the main reasons are this team is underachieved?
According to who?
Well, when you're preseason number 1, I think most people would agree 3 losses is not achieving what you are capable of.
I mean, I guess that's into who voted us number 1, okay? What I think is that this team has competed their tail off, and we have an opportunity at the end of the regular season to do something that nobody's done since 2019, and that's beat 3 top 10 ranked teams in the regular season. The last team to do that was LSU with Joe Burrow. So have we been faced with a pretty difficult schedule? Have we been faced with high expectations? Sure, but that's why we came here, so we'll be okay.
All right, so...
All right, is he referring to Vanderbilt as a top 10 team?
It sounds like he's referring to teams that at the time we played them, they were in the top 10, which great. Then Ohio State beat the number 1 team in the country, right? What was Texas when Ohio State played them? 1 or 2?
1.
Right. Okay. So does Ohio State get to run around all season being like, we beat the number 1 team in the country? No, you say we beat a 3-loss team. And obviously that's diminishing Ohio State's resume, but it is what it is. They've lost 3 games.
But they would, if in his scenario, their 3 top 10 wins would be Vanderbilt, A&M, and Oklahoma.
Okay. Again, I understand. I don't expect him to do this. I've watched a lot of SEC football. None of those teams to me are like, I mean, they're I can see 1 or 2 of them actually at the end of it all being top 10 teams, but the reality is all 3 of those teams have a lot of flaws. And to call them like, oh, these are just 3 undoubted, no doubt wins. No, they all have, they're very flawed teams. Texas, again, we're also counting a hypothetical Texas A&M win here, which hasn't happened yet. You actually have to go out and beat Texas A&M, which I don't think they're going to do.
But if Texas were to be A&M, you could argue that is the biggest win of the whole college football season.
For them?
Well, in general, if you beat the number 3 ranked team in the CFP at their place, you could argue that that's the biggest win of the season.
Okay, but then a week later, Ohio State will go out and beat Indiana, hopefully,
right?
And that'll be bigger. I don't like giving a team credit for a hypothetical win when the storyline after this weekend should have been Texas got annihilated by Georgia, and it wasn't close. They got out-physicaled everywhere, and I got Kirk Herbstreit doing the Sarah McLachlan called the number for the poor puppies line routine. These guys could get in, though, if we just get them to win Texas A&M.
I just don't understand.
How about we focus on the fact they got drilled by Georgia? That should be the storyline, not how can we possibly get Texas in. How about they suck? And how about Sarkisian, how about you own that instead of being like, how are we underperforming? Was that your goal, to lose by 3 touchdowns to Georgia? I don't think it was. Just have some standards.
I don't think they get in. Are we still doing the group of 5 still getting in no matter what?
I don't remember.
They do have to get in. At least one group of 5 winner.
So even if Texas went up to 12, it's not a guarantee. They probably still wouldn't get in because a group of 5 team would jump them to be in the playoffs.
Essentially, the way I'm looking at the college football playoff right now is that assuming the ACC winner gets in, which is very, very likely.
Yeah, they're going to.
And you have one group of 5 team. They're probably both going to be ranked outside the top 12. So if you want to make the CFP, you have to be ranked inside the top 10.
Oh, well, then Texas ain't getting in.
No, I mean, I find it. No, the only way, but this is where the college.
It's over with for.
This is where the College Football Playoff Committee can do whatever they want to do, right? Because they can look at the final ranking, base it on whatever they want to base it on. Texas is not going to be in the college. They're not going to be in the obviously the SEC championship game, no matter what they do against Texas A&M. I don't think that's a big enough win to vault them up from where they are.
No, because
with 3 losses.
They would have to go
all
out
the
there,
way up to the top 10.
They would have to go out there and boat race Texas A&M.
Yeah, it would
because
have to look like South Carolina
boat
did.
race them. So like that. Therefore, if you go out there and beat them by 30, all right, I think you can get into that top 10 spot. Problem is, when you look at the top 10 right now, the only 10 you could potentially knock out is Bama. And
yeah, no, that's fair. Here's the thing that
Bama finishes 9 and or what? Would they be 10-2? They finished 10-2 or whatever. I don't know.
It's going to be tough.
Don't know how you do.
Well,
that.
And again, Bama could obviously lose to Auburn. That could be a part of it. Now they'd have 3 losses, which would
then we're talking a different tune. Then Texas will get in over Bama.
Well,
but if Bama wins out, I don't know how Texas jumps to.
Here's the other thing to consider, because tonight the College Football Playoff rankings are coming out. Right, they're going to do the show. We have this week's. We have next week, which is before all the rivalry games.
And Bama beat Georgia too. Yeah, no, they ain't. Texas ain't getting in. It's
all
over.
Right, but let's look at this. If you go and find that you have this week, next week, then after the Michigan game, there's a 3rd week of rankings. Then we get the final one that Sunday. So there's basically 4 of these ranking things left, right? If I'm in the College Football Playoff Selection Committee, I'm trying to make my job easier. I'm looking at which teams, if I'm thinking, let's say there's a consensus on the committee that Texas, if they beat Texas A&M, we will probably elevate them to the playoffs. I'm not saying that that's likely, but let's just say that's a working theory they have. Wouldn't tonight be the night where you say, yeah, I understand they're ranked 17th by all this other stuff. We've got them 15th, or 14th. Like you start kind of inflating a little bit why you're keeping them higher. Then,
you talking about Texas?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, if you're on the committee and you're thinking Texas eventually, if they beat Texas A&M, we would not leave them out. You start building their resume a little bit now by inflating their value in the rankings, wouldn't you? You'd say, I'm going to put them at 15 instead of 17, just so then if they go beat Texas A&M, it's easier to elevate them. As attrition happens, you can move them over teams and get them closer to that top 10. I'm just saying that's the stuff I believe goes on in the playoffs, and I'd be curious if they put Texas like 20th tonight. That would tell you something else, wouldn't it? That would tell you they don't believe in Texas at all, and they're like me and think there's no chance we're putting them in. So
yeah, I'm curious. That Texas will be the interesting spot to see what they do with them.
Yeah, I also wonder what they'll do with Texas A&M, given that yes, they're undefeated, and I know that if you were just looking at which team, who do you think looks better right now, Georgia or Texas A&M?
Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, but A&M's undefeated in the same conference.
Undefeated in the same conference, playing none of the teams that Georgia has played. Like, if you go look at their schedule, Texas A&M has played dog crap teams. Georgia has played some of the best teams in the conference. And I'm just watch for that. They might do a little something and say, yeah, game control. Texas A&M keeps having 3-point wins over terrible teams. Georgia's going out throttling top 25 teams. That's at least a discussion point for them.
I think it would be a slippery slope if they do that, because Bama has 2 losses, but you have to remember one of them is in conference play. The other one's against Florida State. So A&M and Bama are going to play in the SEC championship game. And what are you going to do? Put a 3rd team that's not even in the championship game ahead of both those teams? I don't think the committee's going to do all that.
No,
they
you're
could.
Right. You're right. They could. They probably won't to that point. And like I just said, if they're going to set stuff up for that, probably not the way you want to go. But it's at least, I could see someone making the argument in the room. I wonder if it would win the day. Also, it would create lots of buzz in television. You know what? If they get someone from the Browns front office to jump into the college football playoffs, they'll put Oregon in the top 3 just to create controversy. We'll come back, hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. Some much better news for our friends and drivers that live over in New Albany. We had a crash that just cleared up in your area. It was happening on 161, that westbound direction, particularly just passing New Albany Road and right before that 62 intersection out there. Right shoulder was blocked, but again, crew members just left the scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Round here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys. Or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, why should people trust you for their holiday shopping this year?
Family owned and operated for 25 years. We're known for helping guys make great decisions. Unlike me hiring you, Common Man.
You know, I was thinking, I've been a good, clean boy this year. You got anything for me over there?
How about a nice anklet?
Sold! Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Winnipeg Jets. Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 7:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Lots coming up on the station today. Ryan Day's presser will be at noon. You'll hear that, of course, before Rothman and Ice. Reaction to that. You have Austin Ward, I believe, coming up at 2:30 on Rothman and Ice as well. Some guy named Tyvis Powell at 1:30 who's going to go on there and say free Class A.
Never heard.
Do you bill them for that?
Yeah, you should.
Bill who?
Rothman and Ice.
Tegna?
Well, yeah,
No,
I guess.
bill the company.
I would bill Matty Ice and Anthony Rothman specifically and say, for my time.
I'd send them an invoice every week.
$20.
Actually, bill TLC. That's who you need to bill. He seems like he's rolling in dough right now. Bill's doing great. Every time I tune in, he's getting involved there, doing something. Reeser is here, of course. Eric Reeser, part of Bishop and Friends. Hello, Reese.
Gentlemen, good morning.
How has your morning been? I know it's...
Oh, Twitter's down, so I don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, I saw that.
I can't function.
Yeah, it's apparently...
On my tweets and...
Apparently,
whatnot.
it's part of a larger internet outage for some websites. I went to a couple of the prep sites that I like to go to look for stuff, and they're both down too. So it's like, oh, good. This is fun.
Only they did radio before the internet. How could we function?
Well, if all the newspapers hadn't shut down, like we would just go pick up the paper and be like, well, what's in here? Let's, but that's all been cut out. Nobody's doing that anymore. It's very, you don't have a print edition here.
I remember when the dispatch was like the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Oh, yeah, very robust.
Now it's like a Goosebumps novel.
I think the Cheesecake Factory menu is actually larger than the dispatch right now at this point. Yeah, that's different time.
I feel like we've been meaning to ask Reeser a question about his Heisman vote for weeks, and we continually forget.
Yeah, I mean, you are a Heisman voter.
Yes, that's an accurate statement.
You literally vote every year on the
Tyvis, we did a Saturday show.
This is hilarious.
For 3 years.
This is amazing that you literally vote on this.
It never didn't blow your mind.
No,
how this goofball somehow conned the Heisman Trust into giving me a vote. Yes.
Do you know who you're voting for? Or are you going to be a smart?
There's so much football left to play.
Are you going to wait until after the Big Ten championship?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think a lot of people will do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
the due date for you?
The due date's that Monday. So Big Ten Championship's on the 6th? The final CFP's the 7th. Ballots due Monday.
See, I could understand and I'm not telling you how to vote at all. I'm saying, like, if
$10,000, you can tell me who to vote.
I like that. That's a high number. I don't know if it's worth it to me, but it's good to keep in the back of my mind just in case. Here's what I know. I feel like a lot of voters you would think would say, going into the final couple weeks of the season, here's my short list. Here are the guys that I think are good, but I'm still undecided. And then that's when, to me, Heisman moments come into play is these guys all have body of work that qualifies them for the award. And then, not that the other moments don't matter earlier in the season, but if it's just a couple moments and the stats aren't really there, I don't think that's enough. You got to have the full body of work. And then those final weeks when the biggest games are, rivalry game, championship games, seems like that's what most Heisman voters would do. That's
what they should do. There are some, I think, that for some reason would vote before the conference championship games, but they're silly.
I don't understand that, but teach their own.
There's
a lot of Heisman voters, I guess.
Do you look at Fernando Mendoza currently having a slight edge over Julian right now? Not your personal opinion.
I understand it, sure.
Okay, yeah.
He's had moments, and I think for voters all around the country, because this is a very regional thing, like you'll see votes for the Texas Tech linebacker that will take points away from guys like Jeremiah Smith, from guys like Julian Sain. Like there will be points. Dante Moore's probably going to get some love from the Pacific Northwest. Like you'll see different quadrants of the country that will vote for their guys to where we in old Columbus town would go, no, a linebacker's not winning the Heisman unless he puts up Ndamukong Suh numbers or, Chase Young numbers. And he is for the Red Raiders. I think he had he caused 2 turnovers in their dominating win against BYU. But you wouldn't necessarily look and say, well, that's a serious contender because he plays linebacker. And this is more looked at as either a quarterback award or best offensive player award, like Jeremiah Love or Jeremiah Smith, who's the best player in college football. So all of that gets taken into consideration at the end of it. But right now, it's moments that'll stack.
Yeah, the Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker at Texas Tech, they just put him in this last game. I forget who they were playing. They threw him in a goal line situation and gave him the ball to run a touchdown in because they're like, oh, okay, you wanted to do more? Fine. So to me, if I were a Heisman voter, I would say, all right, I see what you're doing. That's the same as kind of like throwing it off the backboard to get your triple-double and get that extra rebound. But whatever, man. I mean, they're trying
to Ricky Davis.
They're trying to get him those looks. So then later people who aren't paying as much attention will say, well, look at that. He's on offense, too, for that.
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah. So, it's very interesting. I like picking your brain on the Heisman stuff. I won't do it too often, but
every Tuesday, brother.
I will be throwing more bribery your way. I'll find other ways to bribe you. If I decide who I want voted in and you disagree, I'll try to find
more briberies, you mean dollars? Because it's got to reach $10,000 by December 6th.
Oh,
well,
that's not.
If you can get me that, it's yours.
Eric, if I became a Heisman voter, would that consider me a media member?
Sure, Tyvis.
You're already
in.
You know, there's so many dead horses every day. Do you just pick one?
I don't want it. Did you see
you just keep?
No, we go for the cows.
The dead horse of the day.
We go for the cows on the highway.
So don't run into a cow on the
I
road.
feel like earlier reporting on that cow undersold. It's not just a regular moo cow. This is a bull cow.
It's a big old cow.
Just going out there with grain and saying, "Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
No, they apparently tried that. It didn't work.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, and I also don't think the Columbus Police Department, they don't have like rodeo wranglers out there with lassos that are like, oh yeah, we'll rope this bull. Sure
I checked. Ohio State has a pretty good ag program. Make a phone. Well,
make a phone.
The bull's been wrangled.
They got it now.
Yeah, if you're asking Hilliard PD or the highway troopers,
come
on.
There was someone in traffic in like
this
one of those.
This is Cowtown, USA. There are people.
Somebody had like the dually truck with the Laramie package on it.
That's what I've been training for.
They had rope in the truck and they're like, "Oh, let me at him! I got him! I'm doing it."
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon. They will have Jody Shelley time on at 11:30?
11:30.
10:30.
Dom Taberry.
Tuesdays with Taberry. Always a blast. Also, the internet, if you're wondering, we were talking about Twitter being down, other things being down. It's all due to Cloudflare, internet infrastructure platform that I'm sure if you work in IT, you're like, duh, who doesn't know what Cloudflare is? But for the rest of us, it prevents cyber attacks, keeps websites operating under heavy traffic. Well, apparently they're having technical issues, so now we're all having technical issues.
Twitter's working again.
Oh, so they must have got it fixed. See how quick that is? Great. Love it when a plan comes together. We get that right at the end of the show. All right, that's it for us. Enjoy Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan. We will be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning to you. We are noticing yet another crash popping into our system, and this time around, it's happening closer to Gahanna and by the airport. So what's going on is the right shoulder is currently blocked on 270. That's southbound direction at that 670 westbound intersection because of an incident out there. First responders on scene. Of course, we already have some traffic developing in that area as more and more people head into work and to school this morning. So take it easy and, of course, be safe heading out on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great day.